Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Spire Cast. In this episode, we will be discussing the ancient relics and ranking them against each other from Act 2 and Act 3, and arguing about them, hopefully, and giving our takes on what we think about each of the ancient relics in the game, how powerful we think they are, and stuff. So, yeah. How you
It's
doing, everybody?
good. Hello, I'm Japanese Export.
Hello, I'm One Pun Man. I already disagree with everything Japanese export is going to say.
Hello, I'm VM Service. I agree with everything One Palman says.
And I'm Nave, and I also disagree with everything that Jason says. Yeah.
It's been a while since I think, even individually all talked about Ancients, so I figured it was a good time to actually update our thoughts on that, since I think the last time we've really talked about this has been like months ago, and I guess opinions have changed a lot, and also the balance of the game has changed a lot, which has influenced a lot of these things, but yeah, just good to update them.
Yeah, it was like pre-Aeon Glass. I think it was after the Lightning Orb. Like the defect starter relic got changed was the last time I talked about it. Not sure about you guys, but that's the last time I talked about it.
I don't think I've ever talked about them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I've also never talked about now relics. Well, not now, sorry, ancient relics.
So one of the most important parts of the balance of the game is ancient relics. These relics have a huge impact every run. They're very strong, generally speaking, in this game. So they can be kind of hard to rank because a lot of them generally go in like the good tier. There's not that many relics that are in like the lower tiers, I feel. But be interesting to discuss about it.
This is probably the biggest influx of power you're going to get over an entire run. These two decision points.
Also, kind of interesting compared to Spire 1. You look at the act before you pick your ancient. In Spire 1, you pick your boss relic, like end of Act 1, without knowing what Act 2 looks like. In this game, you look at what Act 2 looks like, and you pick your ancient.
You know, somehow I've never considered that. Like, I don't know how, but I've never actually thought about it. That is a huge difference, but I've never actually thought about it. Massive buff to the player, actually.
Maps do influence your decision on these as well, which I'm sure we'll brush on. But when you can see, for example, that you have like an early shop, that can mean that your act is a lot safer. If you don't and you're forced into a bunch of hallway fights, then maybe you have to pick something that's more immediate power. It really just depends.
It has a huge impact. Like think about clone. Like clone would be unpickable if you couldn't see the map before you picked it, because you wouldn't know if you even have a path that lets you actually clone. So yeah, it has a pretty huge impact.
Okay, should we just get
I
started?
picked clone one time without looking at the map because I had Big Bang in my deck and I was so excited. My first ever clone Big Bang, and then I opened the map and there was a singular fire before the end, like on the entire map. And then I was sad.
That's how it would go if you couldn't look at the map first.
Yep.
I
had that
recommend looking at the
before
map.
too. I cloned Big Bang into no fire into dead because the relic didn't do anything. Alright, before we discuss about the relics, maybe we should give some criteria on how we are going to be ranking them. So like maybe at the very top, it could be that this ancient relic is so strong, you can just pick it pretty much in every single deck. Then we can go from there.
Do we want to separate this into like percentages? Like on like your default tier list, you have like S, A, B, C, D, right? And that's what we have set up right now. But I think it might be better to say like maybe S is equivalent to like you pick it 95% of runs around there or more. That sort of level of strength. And then maybe A is like 80, 90 or whatever. I don't know the exact numbers, but
I don't know if that's super descriptive.
Yeah.
I think really the relics that go at the top aren't really about how often you pick them. It's more like if they're good and you're, because there's a separation, right? Like you can not pick something very often. Like that would put something like clone relatively low, right? While something that's more generically strong, like Pael's Blood, would be at the top because you're going to pick it like a lot of the time that you see it. And the alternative is to have like a more ranking it more so when it's good. How good is it? Like if clone is good, obviously it wins your run for you. So clone would go up a little bit in that situation. I think it's good to take into account both of these things. Like a percentage would only take into account one of them.
Fair.
So maybe just leave it S, A, B, C, D, and we can just like describe what we think about the strength of the relics.
Sure.
Because there is those two aspects of it. It's not just like one aspect.
All right, so before we get to ranking all the Pael relics, we should explain how the ancient relics actually work in this game. So for certain ancients, and this is true for every Act 2 ancient, the relics are divided into pools. Like after you see the ancient, you see like 3 options. and only certain relics they can only show up in like the first slot or the second slot or the third slot. And this has a pretty big impact on the power level of the relics, because let's say if the pull 1 for a certain ancient is always very consistently strong, then if there's a weak relic in pull 3, you will basically be never forced into picking that relic. So it's a consideration to take into account when looking at these relics. And the first relic on Pael's Flesh, that's a pull 1 relic, so it's only ever going to show up in the first slot. Gain an additional energy at the start of your third turn and every turn after that. So turn 3, you will have 4 energy, and turn 4, turn 5, and so on.
Yeah, Flesh is just sort of good. It's a good energy relic. Very low downside, but like not so overwhelmingly good. Like just a free energy relic. You do have the turn 1 and turn 2 downside. Like it's a very minor downside though. It feels very consistently strong to me.
I think it's really like quite good if you have some relic support. That's like the main thing that I'm looking for when I consider this. Or I consider, does my deck actually have output once I'm set up? And if I don't, then often an extra energy can help. So some of the main things are like Anchor and Horncleat. Those are a really big deal for this because it kind of covers your downside that's attached to this relic and means you're going to reach turn 3, you can play fights longer. Also, if you are just playing fights longer, like let's say your primary damage source is like Fumes, and you're mostly just focused on like blocking and sitting around and waiting for that to go, then having extra energy helps your block output in the longer fights as well. So a few things to consider, but usually just generally like above par, I would say. Like maybe A for me or B.
Basically any in combat relic that gives you front load power goes very well with Pael's Flash.
Yeah, or cards like Boot Sequence. Yeah, that does matter. I would say it's even its baseline. Like in the situation where it's not very good, it's still okay. Like it's not even bad. Like there's never really a situation where Pael's Flesh is like terrible. It's just like sometimes kind of meh, or it's very good. Sometimes extremely good. If your deck's like a really slow like silent deck with Noxious Fumes, like Jason was saying, then it's very very solid because that character likes energy.
I feel like this relic's kind of just really good almost every time because the common relic pool's so small, right? And I forgot who told me, it was like Zekna or something. It was like you see a common relic half the time or something. And then you've got like Anchor, Gorget, Lantern, that kind of stuff. And I feel like every run's going to see those. And then they just kind of fix the issues that this relic gives. And it just kind of feels like free energy later. And every fight goes off of a million turns. So it's just kind of good. Don't think it's like GG though, but it's,
yeah,
I've always been happy to see it.
It's super solid, but it's kind of a question of like where you rank something like this. That's just really really solid because the game breaking stuff in this game is certainly better than it. So maybe A tier fits, but you could also argue that B tier is like the good tier, A tier is the really good, and then S tier is for the like reserved for the absolutely game breaking things. I'm not sure how like where it should land. I think I had a hard time when I ranked this on my list too, like if it should be in that B or that A tier. I think I ended up putting it in the B tier, and it felt pretty right once I had all the relics actually in there. But it does feel very strong. So what do you guys think about that?
Might be easier to change the tiers to like always clicked basically, and then game winning in some decks, and then generally pretty much always good, because then it's pretty easy to slot the thing in, right? Like something like Clone, right? I don't know if I can rank it above or below, because Clone's either worthless or it's instantly winning.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
This is just generally always great, but not like I win kind of deal.
S would be like
Try something.
always clicked basically, and always pretty game winning. I don't think nothing like Clone is going to go in S tier, right? Almost always. I think we should cover our bases a little bit.
Yeah, almost. I think that's fair.
In A tier, we want to be like
Do you want to say like generically good pretty much every time, or
usually great.
but not game winning, I guess?
Yeah, we can talk about this again. I think we
Yeah,
should.
we can talk about that.
Yeah.
B, we can do like we can use B for like the clone stuff maybe.
Yeah,
Situational.
Strong but niche.
yeah, and then C would probably just be like less powerful than average. Like I don't know what that really means, but like generically,
Mediocre.
yeah, like not that great.
C is like you saw Ancient, but you didn't become twice as strong. And you're like, damn, playing Slay Spy too. Will this happen to me?
It's generally okay.
D is like actively negative or very
I
subpar.
bricked. D is I bricked.
That pool's gonna be so small.
Yeah, there's only
Yeah.
a handful of things.
Yeah, there's a few that are hard to rank. We could talk about it more when we get there with this type of ranking. Like,
Yeah.
it's not really niche. It's just kind of strong
Yeah, I
for an
think so
energy
too.
relic.
I agree too.
But I feel like that tier is going to be pretty big. That tier is going to be pretty big.
Yeah, I will mention energy relics on Silent are just better because Silent has no way to generate energy. It's only Tactician, Adrenaline, right? But generally, Silent kind of suffers from energy from my experience. Silent is like the character that actually want to spend energy to play like defend. So any energy relic on Silent is a pretty significant output boost.
Yeah, I would say I like the Pael ones a little bit less on Silent in some situations. Like most of the Silent decks I build just want to front load all the powers into play, so Flesh is a little slow for actually helping me put the powers in play, which is usually my number one goal when I'm playing Silent, is just play my 1-cost powers as fast as possible. I'm not all that concerned with like turn by turn output, because if I get all my powers in play, I'm just invincible. Like even if I'm playing on 3 energy per turn, I'm just out blocking everything. That's obviously depends on the situation, but that's usually the deck I end up with. So definitely still situational, I think.
I've been pretty hungry on Silent recently because my deck has like 50 accuracies and 200 shivs, and I need energy to play all the shiv cards. So it's like I need this 4th energy. That's just how I Silent's been looking pretty much every time now. Slam the shivs. Need energy.
Wait, you're not getting your shivs from Infinite Blades? Another power? What's this guy doing?
Well, I need
No, he
both
has-
Infinite Blades and Leading Strike.
Uh,
And need them.
no, he has so many powers. He's still playing powers on turn 4, so he needs the energy.
Through the-
He's not even halfway through his deck.
You need more powers.
So the next Pael relic, Pael's Horn. This is also in pool 1. So if you see Pael's Flash, you cannot see Pael's Horn in the same run. Upon pickup, add 2 Relax to your deck. Relax are 3-cost skills. It says gain 15 block, next turn draw 2 cards, and gain 2 energy. What does it upgrade to?
I believe it's 17 block, 3 energy. Or is
Yes,
it 18
upgrading
block?
Three
to
cards.
17 block
Cool.
and 3 energy.
And 3
And
cards.
3 cards.
You draw an extra card as well. Every number gets upgraded.
The upgrade is very strong. That's one thing
Yeah.
to note here. Very, very
Easy
good
upgrade.
upgrade.
Yeah, with Toxic Egg, this would be an A tier, I think. Like,
Mhm.
it's actually
Yep.
just that good if you have Toxic Egg. Without Toxic Egg, it's a little bit more difficult. It's very path dependent if you can actually get them upgraded. Depends a lot on the deck. Some decks, these things are terrible. Like, they do not help you at all. And some decks, they're very, very solid for helping you set up. So, very dependent on your deck, and even in that situation, it's just kind of okay. So I could see a D or a C tier for this. What do you guys think?
It looks like an okay and niche to me. Like
Same.
when it's good, it just feels like it's okay. Except the very rare time I have an egg, and then it's like, whoa. I haven't actually had a toxic egg with this ever. I haven't even seen it yet, so I think that's a bit too rare.
Yeah, I had corruption with this one time.
That sounds
That's
insane. yeah.
That was that was like the most broken shit ever. But yeah,
But you can't pick it with Corruption. You get it
Yeah.
in Act 3. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically never happens.
So you used the streamer client to figure it out, and knew it was good then. Seeing.
Scouted the seed, yeah.
Scouted the seed. I would say there's a Necrobinder specific relic, like your 3-cost card refunds energy. It's also pretty good with the relax.
Because really, if this is covering the turn you play it, and essentially playing Apparition and Vault, like, that's pretty good. The problem is it doesn't do that. Like, it doesn't even hit the threshold for the Bullbug to full block it, because the Bullbug hits you for 16, and this thing only blocks 15, and usually this is your entire turn. So if you can make it not your entire turn, like let's say you have Burst Energy Generation on Necrobinder, or some relic that's helping you play this plus something else, like playing a power plus this is a really solid turn, but it's just not often that actually happens.
Yeah, I say about Relax is that they let you chain them together. Like you play a Relax and then that lets you play the next Relax. But it kind of requires the upgrade for that to happen. That's like why the upgrade's so important. Is once you get 3 energy from it, you can Relax into Relax a lot easier. Which is actually super, super strong. But once you're losing an energy and you only have 2 energy to do the other things on that turn, then your deck just gets way slower. So very upgrade dependent, very path dependent, and also a bit character dependent. I think these are a bit stronger on Regent than the other characters. Like Regent can just like use the big turn to kind of one-shot everything. More combo-y character. The more combo-y you are, the better like a setup card like this is going to be. And Necrobinder can like replicate this thing's effect with her actual card pool, so I don't think it's all that great on her. Yeah, probably a D tier. Probably D tier. I think that makes sense.
Could agree with that.
I agree. I'm not very happy usually to see this.
I've had this on Clad a few times and it was like okay with Cascade and Bloodletting. I don't mind it on Clad too much if I have either of those cards. I still rather pick something else though, but I'm not super sad.
All right, I think we are all in agreement then.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm not
No
arguing.
arguing yet.
Not arguing
yet.
yet. All right, the final Pael relic from pool 1 will be Pael's Tears. If you end your turn with unspent energy, gain additional 2 energy next turn. So let's say if you spend only 2 out of your 3 energy on turn 1, the next turn you will have access to 5 energy. Then the idea is you would just spend 4 energy every turn. So you have 4 energy every turn after that. But in a lot of situations, you can set up like a big turn. You spend all 5 energy and end the combat immediately.
I think there's this concept in Spire of having like kind of a setup turn into a big turn. Like Pocket Watch is a good example of like maybe not doing everything you can on one turn, but then the next turn is super good because you drew a bunch of cards. Similar to like the relaxes, right? That's also the idea here. The nice thing about this is that it's flexible. Like you can choose to just spend all of your energy, and especially on a turn where you have 5 energy, that's going to usually result in something really good. Even if your next turn is like bricked because of it, right? Even if you're losing your boss relic technically for a turn, I still think it's insanely strong.
It's like a bread but better. Insane with ice cream. Like genuinely the best energy relic in the game with ice cream. One of the best relics in the game in general. If you had like the ice cream combo, because that 1 energy you don't spend on turn 1 or whenever you don't spend it is the only energy you don't have to spend with it for the rest of the fight. And you just get 2 energy every turn, so you get 2 energy relics. Other than that, I do think it's kind of just fine. I want to say it's worse than Pael's Flesh, but I want to say it's better either. I'd say they're like right at the same power level. We'll talk more about it when we get to the third thing, because I think basically the situation where you pick Pael's Flesh is the exact same situation where you pick Pael's Tears. I think they're almost identical. So I don't think there's really much of a power difference. Like there's not really a lot of situations where you're going to pick Pael's Flesh where you wouldn't have picked Tears.
That's fair.
To me, they're pretty comparable, but yeah, Pael's Tears have like the high rolls if you do have the specific combos. Flash is just more consistent. So I think putting them next to each other makes sense to me, at least.
Yeah, they should just be right next to each other, I think. Like they're about the
I'm
same
happy.
level of power.
I think they're like the same thing pretty much as well in terms of power.
I would put this
It's almost kind of boring how similar they are in power.
Yeah.
I would put this slightly higher than Flesh, I think. Like, yes, next to each other, but I think this is slightly better. Like, very, very slightly. I think just because of the high rolls. Like, there's more situations where, like,
Just
this is
'cause
online on
Ice
turn
cream
2.
exists.
Yeah. Or you have, like, Lantern, or you have, like, something else that makes this always come online on turn 2, and then you can, like, have just 2 really good turns before the other relic would have really done anything.
If you compare Lantern with the both of these relics, it's about the same thing. You get like 4 energy turn 1 into 3 energy turn 2 and 4 energy every other turn, or 3 energy turn 1 into 4 energy turn 2 and every other turn. So it's like the exact same amount of energy.
Yeah. You just have a flexible on turn 2, you can spend 5. I think that's the main thing, is like if you need to spend 5 on turn 2, and that's usually where a lot of your pressure comes from in fights, is like first couple turns before your stuff is down. Like you can use it to set up all your powers, and then if you play the next turn on 3 energy, or you play the rest of the fight on 3 energy, it can be totally fine. And you'll probably find
the flexibility is nice.
To spend
the flexibility is probably the best reason to put it higher than Flash. It's just like you can't spend 5 energy on whatever turn you need.
Yeah.
Once it's activated.
It's a big bailout button. Like when you have 5 energy, you can just go in, and that's a really important thing in this game, to have like a really good turn.
If this relic was just bread, where would you put it? Like in Strong Banish? I think that's where I'd put it.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
It's just bread.
Just bread. You can just buy a boss relic in the shop. All right, let's move on to the second pool of Pael relics. So the first one will be Pael's Wing. You may sacrifice card rewards to Pael. Every 2 sacrifices, obtain a relic.
I don't know how I feel about this really. Like I see the relic bar get big, I'm like, oh, I'm so happy. And then I see my deck sucks, and I realize, wait, I'm actually not happy. And yeah, that's pretty much the relic. It's like okay. I don't feel ultra strong with it.
There's a Giga high roll with like Prayer Wheel. That's like the main thing. Relic every floor is really strong, even if you're skipping all your cards.
The combo ever with this, like no hunt, no Prayer Wheel. I'm probably just bad. I think that's the issue.
Unlucky.
I don't get the combo.
Unlucky.
Yeah, I got the hunt with this the other day. I got 1 relic every single floor except for 2 floors for the rest of the run because I got shovel. I hunted every fight. And I was able to get a relic every floor. I got 43 relics total.
Holy
so yeah, this
shit.
relic's amazing. Almost always winning top tier, of course. Hey, yeah, I mean, I think this very obviously belongs in D tier. It's fine. It's fine. And even in like its regular case, it's fine. It's just you're comparing it to the other relics in the game and the other relics on Pael specifically. And that's the problem with it, is it's just not like its lowest level of power is much lower than the other decent Pael relics, and you need a combo with it to make it actually good. Or you need your deck to be in a very specific kind of situation, because like in general, sacrificing a card reward for half of a relic is worth it, like almost always. But being in the situation where you're actually able to do that and get away with it and get enough relics from this for it to actually have value is quite specific. So it's definitely niche, and I think it's on that okay level. So okay and niche describes it perfectly. I think D tier is definitely where it belongs.
Agree.
I have no
Thinking back
objections.
to every time I see this relic, and it's like option 1 and 3 are always just better, pretty much, because they're so good. Mostly option 3. Option 3 is so good.
Yeah.
So it's like, why would I pick the wing when I could have just picked option 3?
Like takes a very specific combination. I think if you saw like the top option was the relaxes and they're not very good for you, the second option is wing, and then the third option is eye, and you don't have a combo with it, then in that specific situation, maybe wing could be the best out of the 3 options. But in basically every other combination, one of the other options is just going to be better if you don't have a combo with it. And obviously, if you do have a combo with it, like the hunt, then this thing can be better than all of the relics on Pael. The combo is strong when you do have the stuff. But
For sure.
yeah, its general strength is just lower than the average strength of the other relics.
I do think it's one of the more fun ancient relics, though. I just like seeing more relics.
Relics are
Relic
fun.
Particle Burr. Alright, moving on. The next one. Pael's Claw. Upon pickup, enchant or defend with Goopy. And Goopy is basically your defense now exhaust, and every time you play them, they gain 1 additional block permanently, so it's like a mini genetic algorithm. They can only be offered if you have at least 3 enchantable defense. So as a reminder, you cannot enchant a card that's already enchanted.
The main situation where that comes up is if you have like a Transform 2 Meow, and then you get the double play defend in Act 1, like in Underdogs, the Spiral defend, and then you only have 2 enchantable defense at that point, so you won't get the Gooby defense. Outside of that, it doesn't usually come up where this is a thing. But
That's kind of for the best, because this thing is really disgusting. If this
Is it?
I think it's
Is it?
gross.
Can we have, like, well, I don't like its design. Can we have like a Shadow Realm tier where we put it where we want the
Yeah,
relic
I agree
removed
with
from the
that.
game?
I don't.
Remove from
I
the game.
hate this thing, like from a design perspective.
Uh-huh.
I do think there's like some runs where you don't want it. Either you only have 3 defends or something, or you really want to keep your defends around. Let's say you have Fasten or whatever it is. Like you want to replay your defends, or they're just generally good cards. But if you don't want to like exhaust your deck down for some reason, then it's also not that great. But there's some decks where like getting down to a type loop is really good, and then this can just be like 4 removes, while also just being insane setup, like lets you play all your powers. If you win after you play your powers, this is just adding 4 really, really good block cards to your deck by the time you get to like Act 3. It has short-term risk for sure. It's not like the most broken thing ever, but I think it's very strong. It's probably like A for me, maybe top of B, but I'm like usually happy to see it.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. It's very character dependent, in my opinion, because like I think on Defect and Clad, this thing is broken. Like maybe specifically on Clad, it's like borderline S sometimes, and like
Right.
if you have all 4 of your defense, like the exhausting is just crazy for like activating Feel No Pain and exhausting down to a loop. Oftentimes, Clad wants to exhaust down to a loop. Now you don't have to exhaust your. You got like have corruption for free basically, on your defense, which is insane. And on Defect, like Defect is often a loop character, and the way I play the character, at least, like often I'm playing towards some kind of engine thing, and exhausting the defense. Just genetic algorithm is a good card on Defect, and now all your defense are genetic algorithms, which is very good. And then on Necrobinder, oftentimes she also wants to exhaust down to some kind of looping combo, so it can be really strong on her as well. But I think on Silent and Regent, it's really not nearly as good. Probably in like B tier on those characters, and then A tier on the other 3. I think that's how I'd rank it.
Yeah.
It's a bit of an in between. I'm not sure if I put it in B or A tier. What do you think, Opal?
I have not picked this in so long. I used to think this was the best thing ever, but now it feels like it's just. I don't think it's actually that good because it doesn't do pretty much anything short term. And if I have issues, it's like I'm getting owned immediately. So I just haven't picked this. And the other options, like it's mostly just I think the option 3 on Pael is a little bit too good. So I just always pick that over this. Or I have some energy and I want energy over this. On Clad, probably I do think it's insane though. But the other characters, I don't think it's that good, right? Because you have to spend the energy to exhaust them. And they're just regular defense at the start. They're good later when I'm in Act 3 or something. But then I've seen the Act 3 Ancient. And I'm probably okay because I've seen an Act 3 Ancient.
I could definitely see the argument that the energy cost is a bit steep on Necrominder. I think on defect it's A tier though. But if you push it down to B for Necrominder, I think B tier is definitely fair for this. I think a while ago I would have put this in A tier as well. My opinion on it has gone down a little bit similarly, but not that much. But I think probably A or B tier is still right. So where would you put it? Like C tier?
Probably like C. I'm okay with it, but I've never actually been happy to see it. Basically, I can't remember the last time I was happy to see this. Also, there might be some bias. The last time I played with this, I was like, I don't want to play my defense. I just want to leave the run. So I just didn't want to bother.
Because you're saying they don't do anything quickly, but really they do. Like by floor 2 of Act 2, sometimes this will save like a few HP, and then after that, saving a lot of HP. Like even just after 2 floors.
Yeah, but compared to the other options I could have picked, I don't think it saves nearly as much, right? Like an extra card draw per turn, or some Legion, or just the energy. It's already. I don't think it's outperforming at all.
Yeah, it kind of depends on what your deck's trying to do. Like if you're already good in Act 2 and you're trying to like get down to some kind of core loop, which is often like a clad thing, right? Or the way I play defect, that's the thing they're doing. And exhausting the defense is just so good in that situation.
I don't even know how I'm playing defect these days.
Yeah, if that's not the case, then definitely I could see Legion being like saving more HP per fight, because Legion in Act 2 is just doing so much. If you have problems in Act 2, which is what you're maybe more worried about. How do you feel about it, Jason? Like A or B tier? You're saying top of A or S?
No, it's definitely not top of A. I think on release I thought this was like S tier for sure, and the game's changed a lot. I don't do as many looping things as I used to do, so that's definitely dropped it a bit. But I think it's just generically really pretty strong. Like probably bottom of A or maybe top of B. I think on some characters it's like S, and that makes me want to put it in A more so just because of how strong it is on Clad, for example. I think Clad is just, this is so disgusting. You have so many synergies with it. And Clad often just wants these big block cards anyways. It lets you pick like Barricade too and feel like really good about it, which you already can sometimes, but it works with a lot of stuff. Unmovable with this is just disgusting. And also Echo Form, then we were starting to get into like disgusting stall territory, but Echo Form with these is really, really powerful. On top of just being good on defect already, because you just want to set up powers a lot of times. Silent, unfortunately, like doesn't like this as much because you want to play footwork and then keep your defense, and that's like not great. But I think Regent has other ways of exhausting cards, like getting rid of your defense by transforming them is usually just an easier thing to do or better thing to do, and you're not going to have that many basics after first cycle regardless. But yeah, I think it's probably just A for me.
I agree that it's completely broken on Clad, obviously. I think most of the time I agree with Opum. I look at the map and I look at Claw. And I'm like, damn, I would just rather pick option 3 so I get to Act 3. I think more often than not, I skip Claw these days because it doesn't give you that much of an immediate power boost. It's like a bit map dependent. It's basically like an Act 3 Ancient because it does the most things in Act 3. If your Act 2 is a bit safer, doesn't get stronger.
It does save HP in Act 2 though, pretty quickly. Yeah, it doesn't take long. But those are like 3 decks defense. Like they already block a decent amount after like 2 or 3 fights. But yeah, if you're saying C and Opum saying C, and then I'm saying like high B, low A, and Jason's saying like low A around that, I'd say B tier is probably where we should settle for all of our collective rankings.
I agree with that.
I'm thinking about when my runs go horribly wrong in Act 2, and I feel like it's always I walk into one fight and I take 20 on turn 1. I'm like, damn, how could this happen? And you know, the Goopy defense doesn't really save me from that. And when that happens, I start resting, and then my deck's not green, and then I'm sad, and then everything's sad. Whereas something else immediately saving me health, meaning I don't have to rest, and not getting punched in the face with 20, and then the run's just a lot better to play. Probably that's what's bringing this down so much. because that's like the only real issues, right? Most of the time. Act 2 boss kind of punches me, but if I have enough HP, I'm okay. But if I've been getting owned throughout Act 2, because I took a super long-term thing, it doesn't help me immediately,
Mhm.
at least in my opinion, then that's where all the problems start arising.
I think B is fair. That's kind of how I see it as well. It's like pretty strong, but niche because it's map dependent or character dependent.
Or you've like removed the defend or something. I think with 3 defense,
Right.
this is a lot worse. Like 4 is very
Yeah,
strong.
for sure.
Yeah. As soon as one defense gone, it's like dropped
Yeah.
off a cliff. Really.
Yeah, I agree.
Mm. We agree on B then.
Yeah, sure. The niche is that I'm playing Clad.
It's good on defect. I know defect's like what does good even mean anymore? But like
yeah.
it's good on
Defect.
I legit start stream like, I'm gonna do this defect run today, and I just do it, and then I win. I'm like, wow, what did I do?
Character is messed up.
Yeah. All right, the next Pael relic in pool 2. Pael's Tooth. Upon pickup, remove 5 cards from your deck. After each combat, randomly add 1 back upgraded. Only offered if you have at least 5 removable cards. I think that condition basically never matters.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you cannot remove curses with this, even though they are removable. Like you have like a treasure map from Act 1 or something, you cannot remove it with Pael's Tooth.
I haven't picked this yet.
Wait,
I
really?
had a few
Ever?
situations where I would pick it, but I didn't see it. I'm like, well, okay.
I actually love the design of this thing. It's so
really
fun.
cool.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that strong though. I've had a couple runs where it was like really interesting and strong, and those are really fun. Like when this thing is really good, you feel like a genius.
Yeah.
Yeah, the combos with it are actually so fun. Like when you have the fish and you get 15 gold per card you get back, or you have the Book of 5 rings. It's
Yeah,
a 20 heal.
Book of 5 rings.
Like a 20 heals. It's just attached to it. Basically, it's so cool. Or you get Bing Bong in the middle of it, and your cards come back double. Like it's
Totally.
I've never seen
Wait, the
that.
Bean Ball, holy
That's so
crap.
cool.
Yeah, but definitely, and I feel like we'll all agree on this. A D tier, like for
Yes.
sure, right? Like,
yeah.
this is,
I think we can just
yeah.
say that. I specifically remember a run a long time ago. I think my first Cloud Overexplained run. I farmed max elites every single act, like 4 or 5 elites every single act. And Act 2, I bricked literally everything. And at the beginning of the act, I said something like, "Oh, if I like never see good blocks again, I will take this, upgrade all my defense, have unmovable, and that's my endgame block." And that's exactly what happened. And I had Book of 5 rings as well. So I like justified it with Book of 5 rings, had to remove all my defense, add them all back upgraded, because the defense were just not doing anything until they were going to be green. Like I just wanted them out of the deck. And it ended up like saving the run essentially. And I felt so smart. I think the other situation where this is good is like you added too many powers at the end of Act 1, and now you just get to like upgrade all your powers, and they come back
and save HP because the powers are
the
bad
powers
in the
suck.
whole place.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I really like this relic. I think it's really fun. Like this is just the fun version of Yummy Cookie to me. Like it's like Yummy Cookie, but actually interesting and like fun to play with instead of being just like kind of boring like Yummy Cookie is. So I like the relic a lot, but certainly if you can't afford it, and really the main problem with Tooth, I actually think it's pretty good. Especially if you have a combo with it, then it's like actually just good. Like if you have Book of 5 rings, this thing is just a good relic. It's better Yummy Cookie if you have Book of 5 rings. But the main issue is, again, like we keep saying, is the third pool of Pael relics. They're just so consistent, and it's going to be like hard to find a situation where like your pool 1 and your pool 3 are actually worse than this, especially with a front-loaded risk of removing cards or removing like cards you actually want to be upgraded. And like but the decision making is so fun, like when to remove certain base cards, when to like drop a strike so that your deck is still well balanced for a few floors, and like when to time everything. Like that, it's such a fun relic to play with. Like for fun, I put this in S tier. Actually, I really like it. But
Yeah, I agree.
I need to try this out for fun one time. I'm still dreaming of the day where I get Freynail Lens and Tooth, and I just get an innate fast.
Oh yeah,
I did that. I did that. I removed all my defense and got them back with the. Oh, this relic is so cool, man.
It's so cool.
I'm dreaming.
All right, the final Pael relic in pool 2, Pael's Growth, a clone relic. Upon pickup, enchant a card with clone. This allows you to duplicate every card with clone on it at a rust site. And it's half as likely to be offered as every other relic in this pool. So half as likely as Wing, Claw, or Tooth. I think this relic is pretty obvious. If you have a good clone target and the map allows you to clone, you just take this and you have a free run. Otherwise, it's just kind of bad.
Yeah, it's just F tier in the situation where it's bad, and S tier in the situation where it's good.
Yep.
Which maybe makes it feel like it should be in strong but niche, but that's way too high for this thing, in my opinion. I think I would put it in D tier.
Yeah,
personally.
I think so.
I think it's too niche. Like it's like so niche that it belongs in D tier. It's that level of niche where the situation just doesn't come up often enough. Most of the time I see this thing, I don't have a target, or the map just doesn't allow me to use the target that I do have. So that's all I feel about it anyway.
It's a run warping relic. Like the second you see it, you know exactly what you need to do. So your brain just kind of turns off. So I really dislike it design wise. I think it's fun the first like 2 times you have a really broken run with it. And then after that, it's like, okay, I did the clone squeeze thing. Like, I'm good. Like, I don't need to do that again. It does just like print a win sometimes, but that's not really like why I play the game. Like, I'm not trying to get like a free win handed to me. I want to like think for the rest of the run. And the second I see it, I stop thinking. I'm just like, how do I get to the nearest fire? And after that, the run just gets easy.
Yeah, I actually disagree with this. I think this is one of the best designed relics in the game, and it's like a funny reason why. Like I think when Act 4 is in the game, assuming Act 4 is designed the correct way, like the way it should be, this relic will instantly be interesting, because like Beat of Death or Invincible, like those types of effects that existed for Spire 1's Act 4 would fix this relic immediately. Like all the stupid clone decks that just win by default wouldn't win like that, and you'd be left with clone being used to like duplicate interesting cards like Defragment. Yeah, it's very interesting. Cards like that just a couple times instead of going so far with it, like in cloning to 1,000 cards in your deck. So the main problem is just Act 4 doesn't exist, and once Act 4 does exist, this is one of the most fun casual relics in the game. Like people first getting into the game, they get a clone run, they're gonna be like, oh my god, that's so fun. They're gonna be having a blast with it. So I think for the top end of players, like it's not gonna matter once Act 4 is in the game at all. It'll be like kind of a weak relic, maybe even F tier once Act 4 is in the game. But for the like the lower tier player that's like first getting into the game, it's gonna be one of the most fun experiences is getting their first like super cool clone run. So
I could see that.
I think that's great design actually. I really like things that are bad for the top level and like really fun and cool for the bottom level of play. So like I like things that are designed that way. So I kind of disagree with that. For now, I would agree with it, but later on, I think it won't matter once the game's finished.
I think I agree with Nave on this one, but there's also something else, which is sometimes there's cards I'm not sure if they're good to clone or not, and I want to try it, and it's not like I'm going to win. Because recently the last clone I picked was Sikkim. I was like, if I clone Sikkim, is it going to work? And then I cloned Sikkim, and then it's 64 Sikkims, and I just play Osti attacks. It wasn't like instantly winning, but it was strong enough to win. So I'm sure there's like some cards I'm not sure about that I want to try out, and then the Relic's still fun. Like I still like the Relic a lot. When I have this kind of thing.
That's very cool. And then they're going to add Act 4, and you're not going to do that anymore.
Well, I'm going to stick him the Architect, and then Beat of Death will... Oh, wait, Beat of Death will kill me. No!
You're done for. You're done for, buddy. You're out of here.
Eon Glass was pretty funny, though. I would just take the Wither to my face every turn. I just, like, lose 3 and then lose 6 per turn, because I was playing Sikkim.
Yeah. D tier? Are we all in agreement for that, or is there?
Sure.
I agree.
It's kind of hard to rank this because it's so polarizing.
Yeah, it's so swingy. Like it's either F tier or S tier, or like it's very rarely actually in the middle. But I think it is situational enough that D tier.
Yeah, it's not 50% of the time that you see that it's good though. So I think it's more weighted towards the bottom than the top.
Yeah, it's more weighted towards the bad situation, I think, for sure.
All right, let's move on to the final pool 3 for Pael, where all the broken stuff. All right. First one, Pael's Blood. At the start of your turn, draw 1 additional card. Very simple relic, and in my opinion, very broken relic. Card draw for free in a card game.
Holy
wow.
Crap. This relic is so good. Pael's Blood is so good.
Yeah.
Unconditionally just completely broken. Yeah. Just easy as. I don't think we even need to talk about it.
It lets you build your deck so differently. Like it actually opens up so many different ways of like thinking about card draw, because you don't need to worry about consistency like at all. You have machine learning immediately, which is like all the consistency you need. It's like almost having well-laid plans in play, like bottled turn 1. It's like pyramid levels of consistency. Not quite that good, but at that same level. I guess the only question for us is going to be S or A tier for this one. What do you guys think?
I think it's S, like
I
undoubtedly. It's not even close.
I think the ST relics are way too strong, because when you see the ST ones, you're like, I win. But when I see Blood, I don't say I win.
Yeah, I could see top of A. I could see top of A for sure for this one.
I think
I'm
top
not
A
sure
more
though.
reasonable.
It's like bottom of S, top of A.
Yeah,
like,
it's
type of thing.
very strong.
It is character dependent though. I think defect, this thing is like almost top of S tier. Like it is that good. 'cause
Okay,
cards
Yeah.
like cards like Hotfix and Synchronize, it's way easier to blend those cards into a defect deck when you draw one extra card per turn. Like you just draw your orbs and you're consistent. Like the, I can't explain it precisely, but it's so good on defect. It is actually so good. The way defects combos work, it just makes a huge difference. So
You can just slam turbo, it's instantly good, and then you have infinite energy, infinite draw.
How often do you see this and you
That's
not
it.
win? Is the question. Because I do think it's like just ridiculously strong. Like this is one of the top.
it is
relics for
ridiculously
me.
strong. It's just a question of like what the stuff in S tier is going to be. And like,
Yeah.
the stuff in S tier is like, actually, if we're ranking Act 2 relics by themselves, this thing should be an S tier, right? Like it's an S tier Act 2 relic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Compared to the
okay,
stuff
sure.
in Act 3, I would say maybe it's not S tier, but if we're only ranking Act 2 relics for this list, then I think S tier is fair for this thing. It's an S tier Act 2 relic, I think.
I assume we're comparing overall throughout the game, right? I guess it's a little bit unfair because the Act 3 ones are just stronger.
Yeah, I think that's a
Yeah.
bit fair.
It just
And also, Nanu's
combines.
just a disaster. Nanu's just a disaster, so it's not fair.
It combines with so much too. The main thing is just any like consistency, combo, energy generation, whatever. Like, just gets so good. I don't know. Drawing cards in card game. It's not that hard to
Drawing
understand.
card
why
in
it's
card
good.
game.
Yeah.
It does have
Yeah.
you do have output issues sometimes though, if you don't see the cards with this. Whereas I don't know, ST is just so good to me. It's like an ST relic is like my deck is trash. I see the relic. Okay, I'm strong now. It doesn't even matter what my deck is. Which is this isn't quite there. I guess no Act 2 relic is there.
In this pool of relics, S tier is fair.
Another just a final thing about Pael's Blood. If your Act 2 boss is Knowledge Demon, you have Pael's Blood. It's like a joke. You just take drawdown, then it's free for the curse.
I've been taking drawdown anyway for a lot of runs now.
There are
boss
some
doesn't
decks you
fit me.
cannot take drawdown though.
Yeah, some decks, but a lot of I think I take it pretty often now. Whereas in the past I would just auto click without even thinking. But now I'm like, oh, maybe I can
Yeah,
just draw no
it's
cards.
actually-
and boss
It's actually
nothing.
nice to take all three of them. Like you just take all the bad ones and they all kind of synergize with each other. Oh, I draw less cards, but I also play less cards and I also have less energy. But I have all those things and the boss doesn't deal nearly as much damage. It just kind of depends on how you deal damage in the fight, but it can definitely be correct. I think if you take the damage option, oftentimes you fully commit to all damage. If you take the draw down, you can fully commit to all the other debuffs.
Yeah.
Just kind of starts in one direction or the other.
I do think there's a lot of runs where I take like left option like damage twice and then take the like less energy, because at that point sometimes
Yeah,
if your
that can happen,
blocks
yeah.
are not outputting like 8 damage or whatever the damage number is, there's no point, right? If you're gonna be blocking anyway.
The final damage number is 13, right? For the
They add up to 21.
oh yeah, I guess it does add up to 21. 13. Yeah, it is 8, I guess, at the end.
Yeah,
It just feels like it's so much more. It feels like the third one just kills you.
Yeah, the third one's
Like,
really
how
hard to
often-
take.
Yeah.
How often do you guys pick the third debuff? Because I'm trying to think, when was the last time I even saw the third debuff?
It's usually the last
it
turn.
doesn't really
of
happen
that
that
fight.
It's like last turn
Yeah.
usually, or the second
Yeah,
last
it's like
turn.
over.
when I'm playing Necrobinder, I'm very bad at the game. Like I've just played very poorly, and my deck sucks. On every other
Yeah.
character, it's already dead. But yeah, on Necrobinder, sometimes I've made some
Yeah, I
goofs,
guess, yeah.
not really built to be aggressive enough.
Some defect runs too that are slower, but then not often.
What?
Defect, I'm not looking at my screen, so I don't know which debuff I'm on because like I've already checked.
This is actually so true though. I actually don't know what debuff I'm on. Like, defense.
Chaos Blood also very good for Insatiable, because you get shuffled in garbages, and you draw more cards. You draw through the
drawing
garbages.
drawing cards is just so good. Drawing cards is so good. I love drawing cards. It's so good.
Kind of
All right,
funny
let's
how
move-
good this, and then there's like Ring of the Serpent Inspire one. You're like, I'm dead.
Yeah, it's true.
Well, it's -1 draw on turn 1 instead of +1 draw on turn 1. It's a massive
Yeah.
Yeah,
difference.
that's like a minor
Yeah.
detail.
Minor
What?
detail.
Swap silent? You weren't doing that every run? Come
Also,
on.
I do think this thing is worse on silent by like a little bit, just because silent can have like tools and wildlife plans and stuff. I
Yeah.
just care less about the draw, but it's still good on silent. But like it's just like compared to defect, who like wants the consistency more. Silent like gets the consistency kind of by default a lot of the time.
Regents and Necro, this thing is so disgusting, I think. It's just
Mhm.
insane.
It's so good in Clad too. Like you just
Yeah.
add every bloodletting in the entire universe. It's
Yeah,
so good.
yeah.
Any character with like on-demand energy, I mean, it's most of them except for Silent. I think it's the worst on Silent. for sure, but
Yeah,
still good.
still good.
But she's the character that Ring of the Serpent Inspire one. So
Yeah.
I think that's also kind of relevant.
Silent has a very dangerous low dopamine hit, which I've been owned by, where you have Bag of Prep, Blood, and then you see a relic that gives you a card on turn 1, and that gets thrown out every fight. You're like, why did I do this to myself?
Yeah, the vexing puzzle box when that gets
Yeah,
thrown
the
to
puzzle
discard, you're like,
box.
oh,
I had that. I was so
it just
sad.
hurts.
Like, I just got a
It
garbage in my
hurts.
discard.
All right, the next pool 3 Pael relic, Pael's Eye. The first time each combat you end your turn without playing cards, exhaust your hand and take an extra turn. Basically, vault on demand, and the exhaust part could be relevant for some characters, most often on Ironclad.
Does not work the good way with Dark Embrace, I'm pretty sure. I think I had this once, and it draws the cards and then they go to your discard. But
Yeah, unlucky.
Yeah, honestly, the way this interacts with Joss Paper, F tier.
that too.
I hate that. I hate it so much. And you'll just get Joss Paper like, why you have this relic? You
Uh-huh.
just lose the run. It's over. You're done. Like F tier, unpickable.
This is actually F tier when I have bad sleep, though, so I just forget.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
is the easiest relic to
Yeah,
forget about.
I just don't use it. That's weird. Just don't use it.
The funny thing is, oftentimes, even when you forget that you have it, you still win easily. Like, unless you're really like scraping the bottom of the barrel to figure out how to solve a turn, and then you're like, oh yeah, I have that thing. When you're locked in, it is like, it depends on your deck a lot, I think. This one more than a lot of other relics, but if you have a high chance of drawing core cards that you need to play, like your powers, every single turn, it's going to be a hard turn to decide when you actually decide to use it. If your deck is like a lot of base cards, let's say you took like Large Capsule, and there's a high chance that you're going to need to just have a turn that's bad and you want to get rid of the cards in your hand, then it's really insane. If you have kind of value pile with like no powers, then it can also be good. Also can deal with some of like the withers in Aeon Glass or something. I was really high on this relic on release, and I think I've come down on it quite a bit, but it's still like solid when it's good. It's just not clicked as often as the other stuff now, I think.
I don't think this relic is very good. Just doesn't give output. Unless you have the combos, obviously.
Combos are really
The
strong.
text on the thing is crazy. The text on the thing, like,
Yeah.
exhaust your hand, draw, take another turn. Like it's just it looks broken. It looks like ridiculous. Then you play with it and it just never gets used because you always have some important combo piece in your hand and you're like, I can't lose that card. So, and like then the next turn that's still true, and the next turn that's still true, and you suddenly realize this thing's not actually giving you anything, especially compared to the other stuff. It's the balancing aspect of Pael. If this relic was a lot stronger than what it is, then option 3 would always be very, very, very strong. But I would say it's very good on defect. We're noticing a pattern here. Every single relic, I'm like, it's good on defect, which I do think
Wow.
this is good on defect because you'll get your orbs, your dark orbs, your lightning orbs, your glass orbs will all like do their thing when you end your turn, so you get extra output from this thing. And I think that alone is enough to say this thing's probably like strong and niche on defect. Well, like on the other characters, it kind of floats between C and D tier. So I could see C tier and I could see D tier for this thing. What do you guys think?
I just want to know one thing. A comment Jason made earlier about the Aeon Glass. I have never seen anyone do that. Has anyone done that before? Where you just
No,
pass
I've
turn
never
against
gotten rid of
them?
withers with this thing.
Nope.
Never.
Okay,
be
I just
a
want
thing,
to
though, I
check.
guess.
I was like, I've never seen this. Does it actually happen?
I think
I
I've
have
done
used it to get rid of Hal from
some while
Beyond
ago.
though. Hal from
That's
Beyond.
cool.
Oh, yeah,
plus
Hal from
this thing
Beyond's
is
a funny
crazy.
thing.
Super cool.
Overall, I think
it's
it's
okay. Probably C.
Yeah, it feels like C tier to me. There are some like
I
niche
agree.
pop off situations. I think Pocket Watch is a big one, but like everything's good with Pocket Watch, so that's not saying
Wow,
much.
Pocket
I think part of the reason it feels so bad is that the other like option 3 relics for Pael are so good that you feel like you're missing
Right.
out on a lot.
Yeah.
When you see it. But I do think C tier is a good fit for it, especially with how good it is on defect. I think without defect, I could see it in D tier, but it's definitely strong on defect, like pretty generically. So yeah, C seems good to me.
When we were doing small looping stuff, I think it was better. Like on release patch, it just was better because oftentimes you cared about like 3 cards in your whole deck. Like Clad would literally only care about having Pommel Bloodletting, and then everything else can go. And now we're just not doing that as much anymore, so I think that's a big part of it. If you're gaining output by vaulting, like you have a Captain's Wheel or something, and you want to like pass your turn to get closer to that to solve, or the Candelabra or whatever, there's some cool interactions with it. It's not insane, but a lot of the relics do change my evaluation of this for sure.
Sometimes I pick this Then I go through entirety of Act 2, not using it. Then I'm in Act 3, and someone in chat is like, yeah, I'm not used your boss relic yet. I'm like, what?
I get this every time.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever? I did this once where I had Pael's Eye, never used it, and I bought the Runic Triangle. I was like, oh, these cards are great. I'm gonna hold my turn 1, and then I ended my turn. My cards vanished. I was like, wait, what? Where did those cards come from?
Okay, I have a good story with Pael's Eye. One of my very early runs I played, I got my first shop that I went to. I had like 333 gold start on Silent. I walked into the shop. There was an Acro, there was a Ghost Seed, and there was the Gambit in the shop. And I had like no cards in my deck, and I just bought Acro, Ghost Seed, the Gambit, and then the entire run I just exhausted my entire deck and then spammed the Gambit every turn.
The Gambit,
right? And I said in like the beginning of Act 3 or Act 2 or something, I was like, the way I'm gonna lose this run, because I took Pael's Eye. I shouldn't have. I should have skipped or something, because I took Pael's Eye, and I was like, the way I'm gonna lose this run is I'm going to forget that I have Pael's Eye, exhaust down, and just end my turn when it, like something's damage capped or something, and then I'm gonna like exhaust my entire I'm gonna exhaust my the Gambit, and then I'm gonna die immediately. And that's exactly what happened in the Queen fight. There was no reason for me to keep play cards on the turn that I was playing, because like I had killed the minion with poison or something. I was like, okay, I'll end my turn so the Queen will start taking her turn. I exhausted my whole hand and just instantly died. It was so funny. It was because the whole run was just the same fight over and over again. So like it was actually P.
And then someone in chat goes, "This is why the Gambit sucks," and then like.
That wouldn't work anymore with Aeon Glass existing. Aeon Glass would have beat
Yeah.
that deck. Game's very different now. But it was funny when it happened.
Oh, there is a niche interaction with Pael's Eye. The Shop Relic Flaming Flagon, like if you end your turn without any cards in your hand,
yeah.
you
Does that
AoE.
actually work?
It does.
Yeah, it works.
Does
It
it actually
works.
work like
Yeah,
that?
it does work. It does work.
Yeah.
Oh.
I've had that combo before.
Super cool.
So I've been scammed by some order things where I thought it would work, but it didn't work, and then I was sad.
There
Like
actually there's a document you can read that lists out the order of everything. I forget where it's posted.
Yeah, but there's like
but it's annoying.
200 pages on there. I'm not reading that and remembering
It's
it.
like 20. It's like a bullet point of like 20
That's-
things.
that's
This is
too
the
much
order
for
that
me.
these things happen in.
The most recent ownage was Music Box, Howl from Beyond, and someone in chat suggested I could just play Howl and then end turn. It would play again. I was like, "Wait, you're a genius!" And then I did that, and then the scrolls ate me, and I was really upset. It didn't work. So
Yeah.
I'm kind of just paranoid about the turn order things now. I also lost that run by a little bit, so that's like extra cool.
All right, let's move on to the final Pael relic. Pael's Legion. Doubles block gained from a card, then goes to sleep for 2 turns. The description is a little weird because it works every other turn, so I don't know why it goes to sleep for 2 turns instead of going to
It's
sleep
counting
for
the
1
turn. It's counting this turn, like the end of turn.
Right.
But yeah, it's a bad
right,
description.
yeah.
I said that when I first saw it.
It's
A
Panic
very
Button, right?
weird
Is it?
thing with Pael's Legion is if you have the bird, either the bird quest card or like the bird relic from Act 1, you cannot get offered Pael's Legion. The Birdonus.
Can't have 2 pets. They won't let you have that
Yeah.
much fun.
Yeah.
Unlucky.
They should like petition against this, 'cause that's just unfair. I want 2 pets.
Yeah, me too.
I agree.
I need a pet build.
Yeah, pet build.
My opinion on Legion is if the game ended after Act 2, which like I guess is what we're describing here with almost always winning. This is absolutely almost always winning Act 2. Like this thing is crazy in Act 2. The what this does to the bull bugs is just unfair. Like it's just like straight up unfair. What it does to the tunneler is unfair. Like there's a lot of enemies that this just it feels like you're cheating. Like it's like this is just not okay. Like even against the elites, sometimes it feels really strong. So inside of Act 2, this thing is insane, and it doesn't fall off that hard outside of it. I could see it in S. I could definitely see it in A as well. Because my opinion on this thing is very, very high. It is a bit character dependent though. What do you guys think?
I think if Blood is S, then I think Legion should also be S, because I think of them both that highly. It's so insane.
Yeah,
And it
really good.
also saves mental drain, which is maybe the most important thing, because scrolls often are pretty nasty on turn 1, and then boom, Legion. Now I'm chilling. I'm happy. Also, it's insane in Act 2, so
Yeah.
I've gone up a lot on this since release. I don't think I was that high on it, but then every time I play with it now, it's just insane. If you have anything that like carries block over multiple turns to like Glitter Stream or what's the event card? Torque Toughness.
The donut.
It doubles every instance. So you can just
Or
like glitter
dodgeball.
stream and just like full block for 2 turns. It's disgusting. Really, really strong. And especially if you're playing
Yeah.
like big block
I would
cards,
say
it's really good.
if we're talking about like how good they are, how good it is on different characters, Regent absolutely S tier, like insane.
Yep,
amount of
for
Regent.
sure.
Bulwark, like a glitter stream, all those things. Really good on silent, really good on clad. Defect is a little worse. That's the first time I've said that. It's definitely a little worse than defect because you block with frost, so you like your big block cards matter less. And then what's the last character? Necrobinder. It's very good on Necrobinder.
Insane
too.
on
Very solid
Necro.
Necrobinder for preserving Osti. So overall, I'd say it's S on every character besides defect. Maybe it's B or A. Probably A.
I still think it's
maybe
S on
B.
defect. I think it's that good. Front load block's so disgusting.
It is really,
Yeah.
really solid on defect, but like sometimes all your block cards just like, or you don't have that many block cards that actually care about it, depending on how your deck is built. So
I guess that could happen. But I'm adding some random boost away or charge battery, shadow shield, all that kind of stuff. I'm just happy to add to the
yeah,
deck.
it's good.
just
It's good
always
for
play
sure.
it.
Boot
Yeah, S
sequence
tier is
too.
very, very solid for this. Yeah, definitely
Yeah.
for S tier is very solid for this.
It also just covers every issue I have in Act 2, which is getting my face bashed in on turn 1. And then
Yep.
this just says, no, you're not. And now I upgrade all my cards and
Yeah,
then I
like
win.
defect just doesn't care about Act 2 like at all. Like you just,
Like, defect doesn't care about the game. That's not fair. You can't be doing that.
Like Regent, I would say this thing's like almost run saving sometimes. Like you're just in a kind of a bad spot in Act 2,
actually,
and you're just like, oh my god, Legion, thank God, like I'm saved.
Yep.
Yeah, I actually have the
Yeah.
block.
You can think about it kind of like +1 draw, +1 energy on the turn it's working, with the potential upside of it being more. Like that's just a generic way to like evaluate this, but it's even better than that, really. But like if you're really thinking of this as just like every other turn it's providing an insane amount of value and letting you play your powers when otherwise you'd have to pay HP to play them or just not play them, just makes the rest of the
also
fight
really
so much
puts into
better.
perspective how good unmovable is. Like unmovable is this effect every turn. Like
Yeah.
what? Like this is an S tier boss relic, and the power is this effect every. It's cost 1 energy. Like what are we doing?
It stacks with
Broken card.
unmovable too, by the way. I don't know if you guys have had that, but I've
Oh,
had
yeah,
I've
it's
had
like
Blood Wall
4
block
times.
80. Like it's disgusting.
That's
so
crazy.
stupid.
It also stacks with Vambrace.
Yeah. Yeah, Blood Wall blocking
Had the
80.
mega combo, 8x. I haven't seen it yet.
No, I haven't had that yet.
I haven't seen that yet, but if you get like Barricade, you get 8x.
Oh my
GG.
god. Waiting for the Giga Body Slam deck that someone has where they play Blood Wall Body Slam on turn 1, just 160 damage. Crazy.
It's also,
Yeah.
it kind of just owns the easy pulls, right? Like the tunneling guy hits you on turn 1, Legion. Turn 2, it just pieces out. Turn 3, Legion again. Okay.
Yep.
What's that guy doing? And the Thieving Hopper, same deal, right? Turn 2 doesn't do anything. It gets owned. And there's like some other enemies that are also like this. I mean, Bulbug's kind of
Bulbug,
Yeah,
yeah.
Bulbug's
disabled.
Well, the
just kinda
Bulbug that
counters
takes a turn
enemies.
off every time you full block it is in every Bulbug fight, no matter what. Like that Bulbug's always there. So
Yeah.
there's so many fights in Act 2 where this thing just solves the fight basically because that Bulbug is like a problem and
Yeah.
just not a problem at all because of Legion. Very
It's
good.
also Obscura. Like you Legion the Obscura, you kill it the next turn, and you get Legion again. The guy's like, what is it doing? He's
No.
looking at you.
Really
Sure,
does
there's more enemies as well.
also bring back to the point of like having one really good turn every so often is really important. Like it lets you keep pace with a fight. When you outpace the fight on one turn, then it stabilizes. And generally, like you don't need a thing that does it every single turn. This is just good enough.
And to those of you listening, you don't have to play block to use Legion. Like sometimes if the enemy is hitting you for like 5, and you know next turn is like a big hit, you can just choose to tank 5 and use Legion for the next turn. You don't always have to use it every time it comes up. All right, the next ancient on the list, Orobas. So for Orobas, there are also 3 pools. Pool 1, first relic Electric Shrymp. Upon pickup, enchant a skill with Imbue. So Imbue just says at the start of combat, the skill gets played automatically for free. Also does not cost you a draw on turn 1.
Seems like the definition of strong but niche to me. When it's strong, it's great. And if you don't have an imbue target, then well, you're sad now.
Yeah. Even simple stuff is pretty good. Like I remember one run I had like imbued Blood Wall, and that was very powerful. Saved a lot of HP over the run. So even the stuff that doesn't seem that exciting can be still very good. Obviously, like if you have really big targets, decisions is like a huge one. The Smith. Anything that's going to be like a difficult to play or very expensive card, just really strong. But unfortunately, you can't imbue powers. And that's generally what you want to be hitting most of the time. But yeah, I would say strong but niche.
I will say this thing has way more targets than Clone usually. A pretty fun imbue was Toric Toughness for me, just the donut from Aquan event, and the thing just like block 7 for the first 3 turns, kind of like a Giga Anchor.
Yeah, it is certainly niche, so it feels like it should be in one of the niche tiers. But I also don't feel great about it being in B with Goopy Defense. Like, it's definitely not close to as strong as that in my eyes. Like, I think even the patches have made it a little bit weaker. I think the introduction of Aeon Glass and especially Infested Prism, like the change to Infested Prism, has made this thing a little bit weaker. Because like just playing a skill on turn 1 is a little less valuable when the skill gives the enemy strength. It's not a big deal, but it's like a small thing. It's mostly about having the target, and the targets happen a little bit less on some characters than others. Like on Necrobinder, it's pretty easy to have a target, like Deathbringer, End of Days, even a delay. Like Imbued Delay is very solid.
Reanimate.
Animate.
Yeah, Reanimate, obviously very good. So some characters just have more targets than others, and the characters that don't have a lot of targets, like Clad, like it feels like sometimes Burning Pact is like your best bet. It's like a little bit kind of whatever. You want a shockwave really on Clad, but unfortunately that's a colorless card at this point. So like Clad, I'd put it in D tier, I think. Like Necrobinder would probably be up there with B. So it feels like it's almost in between for me, and I put it in C tier.
I can agree with that.
But it is certainly niche. It's certainly niche.
It is like generally
But
okay.
it feels like it's
though.
between D and B tier. Like it's not as bad as the D tier relics. Like because when it's good, it's so good. But it's still situational enough where it doesn't belong in like the tier with the Goopy Defense. I don't think. I think that's a bit stronger.
Pael's Eye is also a little situational in a similar kind of way. Like when it's strong, it's really strong, but generally like you just don't really want it over a lot of the other stuff. So I think C is fair. I would actually agree with that.
I would say like if your boss relic is Imbue Bloodwall, that's pretty sad.
Yeah, it's not
Like,
amazing.
yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just a glorified anchor. You know, like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's not. It's still okay because the anchor is really good in this game. But
Yeah.
like even in its bad case, basically, I don't think it's a bad relic. Like it's still fine, and it's in its good case, it's like really, really solid. Like Imbued Dirge is just like it's just so good on Necro. Like it's just like it's actually just so good. On
Yeah.
Cascade, I guess, would be the big one for Clad, right?
Oh yeah, Imbue Cascade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Regent also has a lot of good hits, like Decisions and like a Bulwark even. So there's like the Royal Gamble is getting a bunch of stars. There's a few good hits on Regent for sure. But I think overall it just feels like a C tier relic in my eyes.
I feel like this is stronger than Goopy Defense. Like when it's really good, I think it's at least as good as the Goopy, which is when Goopy's really good, it's insane, right? And when it's not good, when the Goopy Defense is not good, it kind of sucks too. And you just wouldn't pick it. And the same as this.
It's
I
just
think
I think
it sounds kind of reasonable to put together.
Goopy is often
In my mind, when you
picked more though, I think.
I think in my mind, if they were like up against each other and you like ran 100 rounds where they were up against each other on all the characters, you'd pick Goopy Defense significantly more.
I think I would pick Imbue more.
Maybe aside from Necrobinder, because I feel like Clad's always picking Goopy Defense like almost every time.
Oh yeah, we can toss out
like
Necro and
Toss out all the characters.
we kind of like,
I feel like it's definitely stronger on like Goopy Defense is stronger on Defect, but on Regent it's maybe the Imbue. On Silent, I still feel like it's also Goopy Defense. I don't know.
I would much rather have Imbue on Defect. I think like some Shadow Shield or Glacier, just some Orb on turn 1 with block, which is in my deck.
It's good, yeah. But if I have a Glacier, like.
Okay, well, I clicked the Defect character on Character Select. So what are we saying?
But, I mean, like, what's the difference really between a Glacier in your deck and a Glacier played like on turn 1? Like, it's not that big of it. It's a
don't low roll. Like, there's no low roll chance, right? I cannot low roll if Glacier's turn 1. I will take no damage.
I can't low roll if Glacier's in my deck. Like,
bottom deck, you're getting chipped down on turn 1. It happens. But if it's you don't.
It's fine. Like, it is fine. I would definitely put it high C if I was going to put it in C. But if you're arguing B.
I think it must be B or D just based on description, right? Because it cannot be general. Because
no, I think it is just like usually you're gonna have a target. Just sometimes the target's not that exciting.
Yeah,
but I usually think you have something to click on.
Yeah, you would just pick something else. But even in that case, it's still like okay. You know?
I don't think it's as strong as Goopy Defense. I would go to bat for that.
I don't either.
I think I'm the Goopy hater here.
I think so.
I'm with you. I'm also the Goopy hater.
Okay, we have 2 Goopy haters, except Clad. Okay, Clad's dumb.
Yeah, except
so we have one character that just like bumps that up way higher. So doesn't that just make this like top of C? Like bottom of B, top of C.
I mean, isn't Imbue the same as Goopy? Because Necro bumps the Imbued up.
Well, I think Goopy defense on Clad is stronger than Imbue on Necro, like on average. Imbue on Necro needs a target. You still don't have a target every time. You have a target often, but not every time.
Yeah, that's true, I guess.
Well, like Clad, it's always good. Like there's never a situation where Clad
I've
doesn't like
skipped
Goopy
it
defense, right?
plenty of times, which is I have Second Wind or Stoke. I'm like, I don't care. I just delete them anyway. And then I'm kind of fine.
Sure, I guess I can see that.
I Imbue Stoke
I've-
once.
Well, I
Yeah, I've
imbued
seen them.
Stoke. Last time I picked Imbue on Plaid, and then it was not good because it deleted my offering, and then I couldn't do
Oh.
anything. Then I deleted
Oh,
it.
Obviously
I
not
won
good.
very easily with Imbue Stoke because I
Not a
got
good thing to do.
I got enthralled. I just drew enthralled on turn 1, and the Stoke just exhausted the enthralled.
Well, you're the goat.
Yeah, I'm okay with a low B or a high C. I think that's reasonable given what we've all said about it.
It's hard to really classify these.
Yeah,
It's like the rough strength is roughly agreed on, probably.
I do think Imbue is probably stronger than I on average.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah, probably.
Kind of similar to Goopy, maybe a bit weaker, but not that much weaker.
I'm still convinced it's stronger, but it's too run dependent ultimately.
Yeah. But it's just like if you look at the other stuff down there, the Imbue is quite a bit better.
I pick Imbue way more often, so I have a bigger sample size of Imbue. And when I pick it, it's good, so my memories of it are great.
Uh-huh.
Except that
I'm
time I
like the
imbued with
same.
effect, and then I bricked every turn for the whole act, and I was sad.
Yeah.
It was one time though.
A side note, if you're able to duplicate the Imbue card, you just get another one for free. So Dolly's Mirror or the Actor event, dupe your deck. This thing gets quite a bit stronger, depending on what you have imbued.
If you already have like the good target, like you have a dirge with this thing on it, and then you just see a dupe target, you have 2 dirges played on turn 1, like, oh my god. You're dead to the Aeon Glass, but like you're happy.
What a great boss, by the way.
The Eon Glass.
Like that's my go right there.
Yeah.
Better than Time Eater.
Eon Glass make the
Pretty
game
good.
so fun.
Yeah, it makes it
Insane.
so much better.
To be able to like make jokes like you're dead to this boss because you did this thing, like that's not something Spire 2 had before this guy. Like that's a legend.
Yeah, Spire 1, we were just like, oh, infinite dead to time eater. Every run. Every single run you're doing anything with a loop.
Yeah, Aeon kind of brings back that feeling, and that's great.
Yeah.
In my
Unless you're a defect, then lol.
yeah, the defect just cheats.
Yep.
It's actually cheating. What is that guy doing? He actually cheats every new enemy. That's so unfair. It's like, whoa, a new Eon Glass boss. The Wither's gonna kill you. Nah, I'm gonna delete them. Oh no, they're
It's
not.
funny,
If you play skill.
if Defect didn't have the answers to those Withers, Defect might be one of the characters that has the hardest time with the Withers. That's like one of the funniest things about it.
Yeah.
Like, Defect's
I
damage can be
still
like
don't,
pretty slow in boss fights.
So
but,
rare.
You just cheat. You just cheat. You don't even care. You
Just
cheat.
haha, flat cannon,
A few
funny.
times, like
Haha, flat cannon, lol.
the few times I couldn't deal with the Withers, I just had damage, so the guys died before I could do anything. It's
Yeah,
so
if you're in
rare.
that situation. But I think Defect could more often end up in the situation where you can't deal damage fast enough and also don't have an answer for the Withers if you didn't have the compact and
Yeah, I think
flat
that's
cannon
probably
answers to the
true.
Withers.
If I
You know,
didn't
that
have
situation would actually happen. And right now it doesn't happen because you're going to have one or the other. Like you're going to either have enough damage or you're going to have one of the GG answers to the Withers. So you just
Yeah.
never have problems. If you didn't have those answers, I think it would happen more often than the other characters even.
Mhm.
Alright, the next Orobas pull 1 relic, Glass Eye. Upon pickup, obtain 2 common, 2 uncommon, 1 rare card reward. So basically a Giga Orrery.
I don't want Ori as a boss relic, dude.
Me
Boring.
neither.
Like whatever. It's like C tier, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's like
I've had
FT for fun. Like
Yeah, I have tier for fun. It's so freaking.
this is
So
but it's
boring.
fine. Like it's definitely not bad. It's just like
Yeah,
eh.
I've had it brick before and it just feels so bad. Like maybe you pick
Mm-hmm.
one card out of it. The rare card selection is like
Yeah, I had
exciting,
that.
and then you click it, and then you brick it, and then you're just like, oh god, why did I do that?
You don't actually brick it that often getting into Act 2, I feel. Like it is a bit character dependent. I think on Necrobinder this thing can like kind of win your run. Like because a rare card
Cool.
reward on Necrobinder is just such a like her rare card is just when you get a selection of 3 rares, oftentimes it can like you pick your Call of the Void end of Act 1, and then you pick this and you get the Scythe in Act 2, You're very
Oh my
happy
Oh
God.
no.
with your life.
This
Uh,
freaking guy.
This guy.
You're in a very good spot. But it is a bit character dependent. But it's just the definitionally like it's always fine. Like you're I don't think you're ever making like a super big blunder taking this, but you're taking over other things that are probably stronger. But it's not really niche. It's just like always solid. Like but just not that good. Like it's never broken, but it's never terrible either. It's perfectly
Yeah.
C tier, I think.
It's a little
It
map
seems pretty
dependent.
niche to me. If I pick this, the niche is that I bricked 2 Orobas relics, which is pretty rare.
Mhm.
Yeah, you could argue that like it's
I don't
situational
think
just
this makes
because of that. But it is fine. Like
Yeah,
I
it's
had
like
one
fine.
pick on this in forever, and I picked 1 card, and I was so sad. And then I won easily because the character was defect. But if it wasn't defect, I would have been like actually screwed.
its power level is higher than the relics that are in D tier, like on like the average case. Like I do think it's just better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's better than some of the other Orobas relics. Like I comparing this, we're gonna get to Driftwood, but like if you just compare it directly to Driftwood, like how many floors do you have to play with Driftwood for it to actually outperform Glass Eye? It takes forever for it to actually outperform Glass Eye in effect.
Mhm.
I have a hard time putting it below C tier just because of like that kind of aspect to it. But
What if
yeah, I see
Driftwood's
what you
also
mean.
down
I think
there?
Driftwood's
Chuck
not
them
very
both
good.
down there. Hate card.
I'm down for
Driftwood
bottom of
sucks.
C tier here.
I agree. I also hate this relic though. It's like so
Just
unfun.
boring. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a similar kind of thing. Like they had a Orrery as a boss relic in early Spire 1, and they were probably like trying to revise that type of idea with this relic. Like, oh, what if we had Orrery, but like, yeah, forced rarities. So like you're guaranteed to see something cool. But I think just the idea of getting card rewards from the one place where you're like not supposed to be thinking about card rewards a lot of the time is a bit unfun in and of itself. Don't make this a shop relic though. Do not do what you did with Orrery with this. This is a shop relic would be disgustingly broken. So
Don't worry,
don't do
Nave.
that.
It'll be an event in Act 2. All good, dude.
Don't do that. But if you just compare this even to like the event, the Colorful Philosophers event, like this isn't that much better. It is
Mhm.
better, but it's not that much better than that event on its own. That event is broken, so yeah.
That event's broken. Alright, next Orobas. Pull 1 relic Sandcastle. Upon pickup, upgrade 6 random cards. For me, this is like a definition of a C tier relic. Just like click it, and it's like fine. There are some decks that could use this better if you get like I don't know, fishing rod, they have a bunch of base cards already upgraded, then the quality of your upgrades are gonna be higher. If you have like higher block density in your deck, because usually hitting blocks with Sandcastle are like the good case. You upgrade a bunch of defense, then you don't take damage. That's like a pretty good case for Sandcastle. Normally, just like fine, you get 6 random upgrades.
Interesting. Upgrades a bunch of defense and you don't take damage in Act 2. But somehow Goopy Defense doesn't give you any value in Act 2. Make it make sense. Make it make sense to me.
Okay, how much does Scooby defend block in the first fight though, compared to this?
The easy pulls in
And the
Spire
second
2 are
fight.
free, man. They don't do
And
anything.
the third fight.
You have to get to the hard pulls for them to like even do anything. The easy
The
pulls are free.
Biiiig Hug does like 200 on turn 1, and he breaks me mentally. Like
Biiiig Hug is so overrated. That guy doesn't do anything. People are gassing that guy for no reason.
that guy stole my haunt yesterday, and that was my entire deck.
Oh, yeah.
He's
But you
still in
won, though.
friendship before.
Necrobinder. Necrobinder in that fight is so funny. Like she just gets destroyed. Like it takes your 1 damage. Because oftentimes you have like the 1 damage thing, and then it takes that, and you're like, oh well, I guess I die.
It robs your sight of flesh. It robs your friendship. It takes your family. It's so messed up, man.
But what do we
Yeah,
think about
Sandcastle. What do you think?
It's like fine. I could see C or D tier.
Yeah,
Probably
C or D.
I don't know.
I think
It's
C's
like
fine.
C's
Not neat.
it's like a slight downgrade on Yummy Cookie kind of thing. It kind of sucks that there's 3 different relics that you can get from 3, like all 3 of the ancients in Act 1 have the upgrade your deck relic. Yeah. I'd say Tooth is pretty obviously the worst one. Like this one is just like kind of better than Tooth, generically speaking. If you have one of the combos, then Tooth is better. But and Yummy Cookie's just the best out of all of them. Yeah, it's just like fine. But would it be higher than Pael's Eye?
Nah.
Where'd you put it?
I think it's
I
fine.
think this
where it is.
bails you out of a garbage spot way more than the Pael's Eye does. Like if your deck
Yeah,
sucks,
I would say so.
your
I
deck's
would say higher
green,
than Pael's
I
Eye.
can do stuff.
I guess
Pael's
if
Eye,
you
your
have
deck sucks,
a
you suck.
yeah, if you're like literally dying right away. But there's like a couple. Like the other thing is also better at bailing you out of a really bad spot too. Like if you walk into Act 2 and it's all hallways and your deck is terrible, then I click the 5 card rewards more than this, right?
Yeah, I could see Glass Eye being higher than both of them actually.
I agree.
Hard to rank. I need to hindsight like 100 runs of these two and then really see. But I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, let's move on to the next two. Pull one Orobas relic. There's like a weird thing with the next two relics. They show up less often. So for any given run, there's a 33% chance that Prismatic Gem is added to the relic pool, and there's a 67% chance that Sea Glass is added to the relic pool. So you see them just less often than all the other Orobas options. So first one, Prismatic Gem. Gain energy at the start of each turn. Card rewards now contain cards from other colors, but not colorless cards.
Free energy that makes me play the game better. That's top of S tier.
I have no idea how to rank this. I think I've had it like
But
once.
it's also good. A tier. This is an A tier relic, absolutely. Like you can't really have flesh and like the energy relics. Like, and this is borderline free energy. Like if you're good at deck building with it, and you have like the, I feel pretty confident with Prism. I've watched a lot of Prism runs. I've played a lot of Prism runs. At the end of Spire 1, especially, I was playing more Prism. I feel pretty confident in deck building when I have access to cross character combos, and I just know intuitively playing with this thing, it's strong enough. Like the energy is really good. It feels very hard to take damage once you have 4 energy in this game, because like the game's not really balanced around you having it, and just having it every single turn, no downside. Yeah, I don't see it being below A tier. It's actually just good. It is certainly a downside, but it's not nearly as big of a downside as the developers seem to think it is. They seem to think when you have cross character combos, like that's hard to pull together. Or it's like maybe because it takes some deck building prowess to be like good at using cross character combos to make powerful things happen. But it's good. It's good. It's for sure A tier, I think.
It's definitely S tier fun.
I actually think it's S tier good though. Like I think it's that good.
I will say I do not like this on defect because I want defect cards. But otherwise, I like this a lot.
You don't like the only way to have fun on defect.
Okay, if
That's
I'm trying to
crazy.
have no, I see this relic, I
mental.
click every time. Okay, and it doesn't matter who it is.
I mean, you're gonna win on defect anyway. Like
Cool.
it's just take the gem. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, of course, this thing's 100% pick rate. I will never not
Yeah.
click it. Like it's like always the pick. So you could put it in
Yep.
S tier just because it's always the pick. Because how are you resisting picking this relic? Like it's in front of you. You never see it. It's so rare. It's like a shiny Pokemon in front of you. Like yeah,
It's
you have to
literally a
pick it.
gem, you know.
It's amazing.
I just
But
haven't
I don't
had this
think S
enough.
tier really is where it belongs.
It's like so much output though. Like your very first fight, you're on 4 energy, and I don't think the downside's real at all. It's not a real downside.
It's a slightly real downside. Like it is. It is. I think.
I need to play for more to really know, but at this point, I'm not convinced that it's any downside at all.
Like if your deck isn't good yet, the cross character combos are strong, but it does create a decently higher brick chance for you, like while you're playing the game, and does like create some weird problems with certain characters' combos, especially. I'd say defect is the biggest example of this, because sometimes you just like need a compact to handle Aeon Glass. Like you're building like a bad defect deck that can just like kind of limp your way through. It doesn't really matter. Like it's not really bad. You're winning every fight, but like you need the compact to be Aeon Glass, and you just don't see it because you have the gem. I'd be willing to put it above Tears and Flesh. I put it around those though. If Open wasn't an S, then I think high A is probably gonna be fine. Jason doesn't really have an
Looks
opinion.
like
because he hasn't played with
I don't
it.
feel strongly enough. In
Has
my
Jason
head,
played with this before?
I've
He's
had
on
it like
that game.
once. I think I had it a while ago though. It's been a couple patches. Like I just don't see it. I've also never seen Sealed Throne. Like I've literally not seen it. So there's some things that are just like weird outliers, I think.
Dude, Nave's stealing it. That's the problem. Nave's got all the gem.
I
runs.
get Prism all the time. Like it's great.
I want to play with it. It
doing?
seems so fun. Or it comes up against something that's like
I got two
truly disgustingly broken, and I just click it. But
You're taking other things over Prism.
What
Oh,
the
God.
hell?
well, it's more
What
so
the
it's like an
hell?
unknown quantity, and I feel like if I see the other thing, I know I win. Like if I just see like Pael's blood, I just win, right? Or whatever the fuck. Like
How are you picking Prism over Pael's
What is he
blood?
talking
okay,
What is he
you get
talking
what I'm
about?
saying though. You know what I'm saying, right? Like you see something truly
Yeah,
disgusting
sure.
next to this, and then you're just like, well, I could take a risk with this, or I can just click the thing that I know wins, and they probably
No.
both win.
No, I see it. It's in
No.
my relic. I win instantly. Like, what is he talking
I
about?
don't even see the other relics. When I
Yeah,
click
just
on this.
immediately click.
Okay, just erase
Didn't
my
even know.
opinion from
How
this
are you
anyways.
even
It doesn't matter.
Seeing what's there, that's crazy.
In my head, it feels like a B or A tier though. After not playing with it, right? Just sounds like energy with some downside, but that's generally like what all the Spire 1 energy relics were, and energy is just better in this game. It's harder to get.
Every time I see Orobas, I immediately look at the top slot. And if it's not either gem or sea glass, I cry.
Dude, I think the starter card upgrades are so
real.
fun though. I think that's also what I click over this. Like starter card upgrades are so fun.
You think the star card upgrades are fun?
I see like
What?
Meteor Shower and Break,
What?
and I get dopamine.
What?
We'll get to that.
Wow.
I have Shockwave as a starter card.
I love Meteor Shower and Break. Like what?
I love playing the game the same time for the 500th time, same run. It's so fun. I love this.
Well, I never
This
get
is gonna
sealed
be unique every
thrown,
time. It's a
so
different run. It's fresh, you know.
I've literally never gotten it, so who knows?
Oh, this is why he plays 2 runs and then doesn't want to play anymore, because he's doing this.
Okay, but what if I just want to play
Makes
Plat
sense now, right?
Kaizo? Plat Kaizo's fun.
Ah,
Yeah.
Anyway, let's move on to C-Glass. I want to talk about C-Glass.
sea glass, yeah. See 15 cards from another character, choose any number of them to add to your deck, and you see 5 rares, 5 uncommons, and 5 commons. You can pick out 15 if you want, and it will tell you which character it is when you look at the sea glass.
This looks crazy, man. Holy crap. Like 15 cards. That's so many cards.
You can pick as many as you want. Disgusting. Like you just see
As many
5
as you
rare
want?
cards, you just click all of them. Like,
Just click all the rare cards? Like what? It's just
But
like a
actually pretty cool, right?
better
You just take
prism.
5 reds at your boss relic. You
yeah.
skip everything else.
Well,
Like the Giga Colorful Philosophers. I
Mhm.
might put this in S. I'm not sure. But like the Regent one's kind of bad, so maybe A. It's not going below A for me though.
I think defect
Oh,
and
the
regents are oftentimes harder, but defect is easier now to pick than it used to be in older patches. Like
Yeah,
you can just see
defect is so much better
compact,
now.
and then you're just like, oh.
You see compact and you're just like, bye, Anglass.
Or like
See you.
flat cannon randomly. Like I don't know, I'll carry it, sure. Like one
Defect
card.
is
I have
solid.
a-
Yeah, I like Gear Glass. Gear Glass is just very solid. I think.
Mhm. I have a story for the Regent one. That was Ironclad. I had a second win. I clicked this. The only card I took was Crash Landing. Out of all 15. My deck was just Crash Landing, second win, Body Slam. Then I
GG.
won.
Sounds like a good
It's
deck. I
good.
don't know.
Like Crash Landing. Crash Landing is one of the craziest like synergy cards you can get. Like you're playing Defect, you get Crash Landing, like, compact Crash Landing. Wow, that's broken. But generally speaking, Regents are like you have star payoff cards, so you can't pick it. Like
Yeah.
you're never gonna really take a star gen and star payoff package inside this glass, and you're not even guaranteed to see both. So that one's just bad, and that drags it down a lot. I think the general power level, like the Demon Glass, the Lich Glass, even the Gear Glass, Silence, especially Silence is crazy. Like all of them are just like very good. S tier probably, but then like the Regent one's like actually D tier. So like the massive swinginess of it probably puts it in A tier. But I don't know. How do you guys feel about it?
I like A for
overall?
this one. I think it's
like A for
better
this one.
than. Is it better than Prism? I mean, I don't know. I have strong feelings about that one, but I think it could be.
Right.
I think it's stronger than Prism. Yeah, I think it's convincingly stronger than Prism.
I have had this brick a few times, and I don't get immediately stronger. Whereas the Prism, I'm just strong immediately.
It is a bit of a
Uh-huh.
deck building check. Like you have to like sometimes I only pick like one or like 2 or 3 cards in this thing, and there's like other cards that look kind of fun to pick. But if I picked them, my deck would actually be bad. But I pick like the 2 to 3 cards, and it does actually like make a meaningful difference over the course of the run. I've had like one run where it felt kind of bad. Generally speaking, it feels like it wins the run on the spot. That's the majority of the time. That's what it feels like it does.
Yeah, I think this is very true actually, because I see this like these cards are good. Then I look at the other cards like, oh, that's kind of funny though, and I click it and I see another card like that's also funny. Something there's like 4 curses in my deck. I'm like, how'd they get here? Why am I drawing badly suddenly? Maybe that's very
Oftentimes
true.
you only want like a few cards from this, but it makes a huge difference because like the cards are just
Yeah,
that strong. You're picking like the strongest cards from your character and just getting them in your deck.
Yeah, totally
You-
true.
You,
It's just that.
you can reach the funny limit a bit quickly with this relic. You got to be
Yeah.
careful about the funny limit.
It's an exercise in self-control for sure.
Yeah.
I don't have self-control. I lose.
All right. Let's move on to pool 2 for Orobas. First one, Alchemical Coffer. Upon pickup, gain 4 potion slots filled with random potions.
Shadow Realm.
Yep.
I
Delete
think
this.
this relic is very cringe and good.
Put it
I
in
don't
the
think it's
Shadow
actually
Realm.
that good now.
It's pretty
Yeah,
gross.
I always
but
was like, this thing isn't as good as people are, or as people. Like, when Open was like, this thing's the most broken thing, I went instantly. I was like, what are you
Okay,
talking
there is
about?
one thing I really, really needed Frond Coffer. I never got Frond Coffer, and then I got it,
I've
and my
never
opinion
gotten it
level just
either.
dropped off a
Same.
cliff because I had the fun one
Never had it.
time.
Never had it.
I needed it, dude. I had to convince myself it was good so I can get the Frond Coffer. But now I don't think it's good anymore. It's kind of like Sandcastle, but you don't get every fight. That's kind of how it feels. Like if I'm weak, I need the potions to chuck at the hallways, and the Sandcastle the same
Yeah,
thing.
that's the
Otherwise,
problem, and that's the problem I've always had with it. Is like, if you're weak, it like helps the snowball go in the wrong direction, because then suddenly all your potions go away and you have no boss relic. Like, once the potions are gone, like, your boss relic doesn't exist. Like, once the slots empty out, like, it's done. So it doesn't actually help you get strong immediately. It just helps you survive the first few floors if you're weak, and then like, it doesn't do anything after that.
that can be
'Cause you're just never
enough.
gonna fill up your potion slots.
Like if you have money and then you just need to make
can
it to a
help you.
shop, like then you can also refill pots at the shop. Like or you have like
Well,
the
if that's
spoils
true.
map or something, and you just need to live.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
that's true, if you have spoils map, then obviously it's a lot better, because it is a lot of front loaded power. But it isn't just so generically strong. Like, there was a lot of people, like Open was saying early on when the game came out, he was like, this thing's just an instant win. I played a few runs with it and I was like, it's strong, but like, if you're weak, this thing doesn't just win you the run. Like, it just doesn't do that. And like, other relics, like, if you're weak, they just kind of like bring you into a strong position immediately and like help you start snowballing. This relic doesn't help you start snowballing, is the problem with it. It just like helps you survive a few floors, and then like, it can actually help you snowball backwards if the run goes badly. I could definitely still see it being B, or I don't think I could put it in C tier.
I think it's powerful.
Just because
It's
potions are good.
cringe. It's really cringe. I think the way that it is strong is usually like you feel like you're a little bit above curve, or can maybe just keep on to the potions till endgame. You walk into the boss gauntlet, you throw 6 pots, and the bosses die, and you never lose the endgame. Then, like, that's generally how this goes. If you're not strong enough to survive the short term, then yeah, it's a lot worse. But I think generally you are most of the time. I don't feel like the beginning of Act 2 is that rough usually, especially if you have some relic support, which you usually do.
when you're behind, this really makes you feel it.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
There are times
it,
when
like,
you're behind.
Yeah, it pushes you further behind is kind of the problem with it. But when it's strong, like when you're like, it's like a curve almost. Like, you can like think of a line. Like, when you're below the line, the relic is like kind of like D tier almost. Like, it's just not great. It's almost like something you're not happy clicking, but like, you will click it because it'll help you survive. So even in that situation, it's probably C tier actually. But when you're ahead, it's like A to S tier. So I could see a low A or a high B, but it's certainly not like run winning. Like, that's just not what it is.
I could agree with high B, I think.
Yeah, I agree with the high B too.
It's just cringe.
I cannot
That's
see
the
this
main
in
thing.
A. I'd rather have it in low B. I don't think it's better than Bu.
I
kinda
think every
don't
time
like
I
seeing
pick
that
it, I
much
just
now.
win though.
Yeah.
Like, when I win, it's because I'm already ahead, and if I picked another relic, I was probably going to win anyway. But when the run is bad, the relic has to save me. This does not save me. Like, I use my potions, I go to the shop. Instead of getting strong, I buy more potions, and I'm sad forever. Everything's terrible.
I don't think the imbue saves you really all that often compared
Yeah.
to either. Like, I think this is more likely to save a bad spot than imbue.
There's
Imbue's just like gonna take a strong deck and give it like a really strong start to a fight. But like, if you have that kind of card power in your deck, like that many potion slots is probably also going to give you enough.
It can be also like you're good in
You have-
hallways, but bad in specific elite fights or specific hallways, and you can brute force those to live. Like if you walk into like, you know, the Entomance or whatever, and you're going to die or whatever the hell it is, like the triangle, like it doesn't matter what the fight is that's going to kill you. But if you know your deck is really bad at one specific fight, then this is a way to brute force it with like 2-3 pots. And that's always been powerful in Spire, like just living the short-term issue and getting to see stuff.
I do think it got pseudo nerfed a little bit by Aeon Glass existing. Like, potions are good against Aeon Glass, but Aeon Glass often will just punish you if your deck doesn't solve the check. Like, if your deck doesn't pass the check, you're dead.
That's fair.
Like, you can throw a million potions at the fight, the Withers are still gonna kill you. It just doesn't matter. Like, even though the boss got harder, like before you could actually just straight up solve the bosses with a bad deck with just the potions. Now you can like walk into the bosses with a bad deck and you have just potions, and Aeon Glass will still kill you. Like, it doesn't even care. Like, it got a little bit worse because it doesn't just instantly solve Act 3. But Act 3 is a bigger threat. So maybe it's like a bit of a push and pull, but I think high B's fair. I think high B's fair.
I literally had this yesterday where my deck was not good enough, and it was Sandcastle, Coffer, and some nonsense. And I was like, Coffer's going to save me in like 2 hallways, and then I'm just going to have no potion and die. And Sandcastle, I've got a bunch of block cards, is just way better. Well, I didn't play with the Coffer, I'm pretty convinced it's just better. From all the times I played the Coffer, and I just snowballed backwards. Which,
Yeah, I had those experiences early on. I think that was the difference. Is you had to have those experiences early on, and then like my first few runs with Coffer, I had a few experiences where I was like, oh, this is actually a reverse snowball sometimes with like the potions. Just once they bleed out, like then you just feel totally hopeless. So like your deck needs to be stronger, and Sandcastle just always gives you the output forever instead of just a few fights. So I definitely get what you mean by that, but I'd still say it's hard to justify it being in C tier because like when you're strong, it does help you snowball forward. Like it's just like
Yeah,
a
I
line
guess-
you have to cross.
yeah.
Like Sandcastle's just more like whatever in that spot. Like you're strong and it's like, like
Yeah, I
it-
guess
it-
niche would make sense then. Because like if you're strong, it really does pull you ahead, and when you're weak, you're getting pulled in a different direction. I guess niche
Yeah.
makes sense. Like when it's good, it's really good. Yeah, sure. It's okay though. It's gonna be out of the game soon, right?
yeah,
Right.
please get rid of
Wishful
it. It's very
thinking.
boring.
It's very boring.
Which is something
I
we're actually
agree.
saying a lot about Orobas relics is that they're very boring, but like they're also the most fun. Like the most fun and the most boring relics are on Orobas.
Dude, why are the most fun ones rare though? Why'd they do that? They hate fun.
They
There's
hate
two
fun.
ultra fun ones. They're just extra rare for some reason.
Everybody watching this or listening to this, F2. We need your feedback to the developers. Make the game more fun. All right, let's move on to the second pull to Orobas relic. Speaking of unfun, Driftwood. You may reroll each card reward once. Wow,
Yeah.
Shadow Realm.
it's like please
Whatever.
delete this relic.
Bad and unfun. What could be
Yeah,
worse?
bad and unfun. Yep.
Gets better with like Prairie Wheel Hunt. Similar story to an earlier thing, but
Mhm. But,
just
you know.
whatever. It takes
Yeah,
so long.
I would say it's actually comparable pretty directly to the wing. Like it's pretty comparable directly to Pael's wing. And I think it's actually probably the same tier as Pael's wing. I don't think it's a brick. Rerolls are strong. God, I hate this relic. I'm never gonna click it. So like you could put it in F, I wouldn't care. But
It's not
Yeah,
F. It's not F. but-
I hate it.
I
Oh
think
my
D is
God.
the honest placement for it. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, I
it's
think so
about as
too.
strong as the-
And the niche that you bricked.
yeah.
It's like, okay.
It's like the unfun, like even just look at the art of them. It's like the unfun garbage version of Pael.
Yeah.
That's what
It's
it is.
just- What even is it? I mean, it's just a lump. Like,
Wow, replace your card rewards with more card rewards or get relics from them. Like, this is a joke? Like, what are you doing?
I feel like fundamentally, in like a roguelike game, I just don't want rerolls, you know?
At least we don't have
It's
rerolls in
bad.
shops. I was kind of like terrified of them doing rerolls in shops because I would have hated that.
Yeah.
So I'm glad they didn't do anything like that. At least.
Yeah, but wait
I'd put it
until
in D.
alternate Act 2 comes out for new Ancient, and the relic is you can reroll shops.
don't
wouldn't even
put
be
that
that good.
idea.
Don't
into
give them
it. Like,
ideas.
But you get 100 gold on the reroll.
Oh.
Oh,
you hate me.
oh god.
Oh no. All right, let's move on. The third and final pull to Orobas relic, Radiant Pearl. At the start of each combat, add a luminescence into your hand, and luminescence just retain, gain 2 energy, exhaust for 0 energy.
Is this the most evil relic name in the game? Because every time I read it, I stumble. Because it's like Luminess. But I'll say Luminescent,
Oh,
and I'll be sad and feel stupid.
yeah. I don't know how to say it. Very evil.
I think it's good. It's like
Fine.
generic energy.
Yeah.
An A probably for me.
Broken with burning sticks. That's a good combo.
Oh yeah, burning sticks.
Oh my god. That sounds
Burning
insane.
stick,
And
Radiant
Heirloom
Pearl.
Hammer.
Bust.
Strange combo.
Yeah, that actually I
Pretty good.
have had.
Yeah, it has some fun combos, and it's overall just like kind of fine energy power.
It works with bellows, right? Like upgrade your turn on
Yes.
hand. This
Yeah, it'll be
thing
3
gets
energy
upgraded.
if it upgrades.
Yeah.
Generally, I think when I have like a really expensive power that I just win when I play, so like Echo Form, whatever,
Yeah.
these things domain. These powers,
Mhm.
if I just need to put that into play, I just pretend like this only exists for that power. I mean, not actually, but you get
Did
what
bro just say domain?
I'm saying. Demesne.
Domain. But yeah,
But-
Necrobinder loves this thing. Like you can dump it into Dirge or like some X cost thing.
Yeah.
Just energy on like a specific turn to set up domain or set up like your friendships or your powers or whatever. It's just like generically good. I couldn't think it's like a. It's hard to say it's niche though because it's never really bad, but I don't think it's A tier.
I think it's B. I think you
Just
want
always have this.
a use to dump energy into. Sometimes the other stuff just seems better. Like if you're not
That's
able to
every
take
run.
advantage.
Every run you just play a power.
Yeah, if you have
Yeah.
a power at this point. I mean, you probably will at some point.
That's every run. You just place the power.
Yeah, Opim has literally drafted
Great.
every single power inside of Act 1, gets to Act 2, and is like, oh, this thing's great.
Well, that's not even true though. It's like one fat power and then displacing, like sweet.
Yeah, one fat power. I think that's the
Even
main
Miracle
use
Form plays obviously
case.
amazing.
Yeah. Just play your important power when they're on. That's the boring thing.
Yep.
I think Clad cares about it the least because like yeah, bloodletting, but also it has exhaust, so you can like draw with Dark Embrace or get blocked from Fiona Pain, so it like balances out by it being useful and less useful and more useful on Clad in some ways. So I think overall, like across the entire character pool, it's just like kind of good. I could actually see it in A tier, but like more comfortable I think with it in B tier. I don't think it's better than Goopy Defense. Like that seems weird.
I have this over Goopy Defense by far.
It feels close
By
to me.
far.
So I could
Might be the
see it
me
lower.
having 50 powers thing though. It's possible.
What if you're a niche? You know, you have 50 powers. The niche
I'm
is
sure
your
there's
one
really
paw
cool
man.
I cannot be the only guy who has like 50 powers. Everyone has powers. Let's be real.
I mean, I could see it around Goopy Defense or even like one spot higher, but in a different tier seems kind of weird. Like
Yeah,
I agree.
that feels right to me.
Putting this below the Pael's energy feels kind of strange to me, because they're basically the same thing to me. Or, like not the same, like similar-ish.
I mean, energy matters more if your deck's like if your deck's fast, you can just like add energy acceleration to the deck. Maybe it's better on I can see this being like A tier on silent. Yeah, I could see that for sure.
It's
Like, you
really
just
good on
use your energy
silent.
to get like two. Like, you just have your two powers you put in play with a GG. And like it's probably better than the other two energy relics on, or like the Pael's energy relics on silent. But I'd say like on the other characters, it's a bit more. Maybe it's just A tier. I don't know. Like
I think I'd like this over the Pael's relics because it's energy on the turn that I needed, that's what you care about, right?
That's kind of
Which is
Pael's
the turn I don't want
tiers
powers.
too.
Which is every turn I always have powers. I need to play the powers.
Well,
Pael's
if you have powers every turn, you want energy every turn, no?
Yeah, but the Pael is slow. This is energy immediately to play the powers, which lets me play less energy into cards to block to play my other powers. So it's like a really good snowball, right? You play your powers,
Uh-huh.
then you play more powers because you have these powers in play.
yeah, but the
Maybe.
other relics are stronger if you don't have a lot of powers. Like that's just true, right?
That's true though.
Yeah.
The other relics themselves are like powers themselves, you know?
And even like just heavy cards is kind of a big deal. Some 3-cost skill or attack.
Yeah.
And this lets you do that, like draw into the thing. And I like this a lot.
You Pearl Malaise the Nobber and then it stopped doing anything.
True.
But it's like pretty good every rod, usually.
I think Regent, or I think not Regent. Orobas has kind of a problem sometimes too with like the relic balance. Like we're gonna get into the slot 3. Like it's always the relic changes, right? Where the card changes, but you see them more often because you can only see one of those two options. Or is there like some other? I don't think there's an alternative, right? It's always one of these two.
Yeah, it's always
so.
one of these two.
Yeah, which like means a lot of the time you're gonna see something disgusting in the third slot on some characters anyway. A lot of the time you're gonna see something disgusting. Maybe overall it's like decently balanced. We'll get into it and we'll talk about like how it interplays with each other, but certainly the cards can be a bit dominating in terms of how strong they are. But yeah, I'd say it's fair to put this thing in A. I could see it for sure, especially comparing it to the other Orobas stuff. When like if your option 3 is a brick and then your option 1's like not the prison stuff, then like you're just gonna be completely fine clicking this. Yeah, just for that reason, that's A. Yeah, I agree. A tier's fine.
All right, let's move on to pool 3. So there are only 2 relics in pool 3, so you're guaranteed to see either one of them every single run. And let's just talk about both of them together. Archaic Tooth transform your starter card into an ancient version, and Touch of Orobas transform your starter relic into a upgraded version. And we've broken them up for each individual characters. We can go from the top. Break.
More like broken.
More like broken. Let me read out Break. Break. 1 energy ironclad attack. Deal 20 damage. Apply 5 vulnerable. Upgrading to 30 damage and 7 vulnerable. So that transforms Bash.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
Yeah, it's a.
I mean, when do you not take break? It's like the most
It's
broken thing ever.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's S tier though. Because like you can't have a lot of
Like-
Trimbles, because like I have 5 Trimbles in my deck from Act 1 because Trimble's stupid. And then you just like don't really care about this thing.
Cool.
That's like the main problem with it. Trimble being like as overstated as it is for a common is like the only issue with break. If Trimble wasn't what it was, this card's S tier every time.
Yeah.
Like there is like the awkwardness with Trimble being like the card that it is. That's like my only issue with it.
I feel very good about A tier here. It's not like it cannot be run winning. I don't think it's always gonna break the run. Like you do sort of
break the
need
run.
the payoffs, or you need to like
Right.
loop it or something. Like if I have dominate or whatever,
If you
yeah,
have to have a dominate,
disgusting.
it's immediately just
Yeah.
insane, right?
Yeah, you need a little bit though. It's not gonna win on its own oftentimes. The fact that it does do 30 damage is crazy though. Why does the upgrade is so good? Like why does it do 30? That's silly. One cost. When it was 2 cost, it was not nearly this good. But 1 cost is
Oh,
stupid.
not even close. It was garbage.
Not even
Yeah.
close. It was
Like
pretty
F
bad.
tier, D tier. It's terrible.
I can't
What do you
see
think,
this
Elmo?
going next to Legion. Like that feels kind of wrong.
That
Yeah,
feels
it
wrong.
a little too
Like,
high there.
Mhm.
Pretty good though.
A tier's comfy. A tier's comfy.
yeah,
I don't
A
know
tier's
where
fine,
in
I think.
A tier though. Not sure.
I think above the Pael relics, like below Prism. I don't know.
Yeah, I think above
Sure.
those probably
Yeah.
fair.
All right, next up, suppress. 0 energy. Innate, deal 11 damage, apply 3 weak. Upgrading to 17 damage and 5 weak. Uh-huh.
GG.
Yeah, GG.
I want to mention on the silent, your first upgrade is pretty frequently neutralized. So if you upgrade neutralize, suppress comes upgraded.
GG. That's all I
I'm
can say.
like between B or A on this. Like I'm not on S tier with suppress anymore.
Is it just because of Aeon Glass?
Like me personally, it's just Aeon Glass. Like it has
Yeah.
artifact on turn 1, so like it just can brick. Like that's the only reason.
That's the only
Like,
thing. Okay, if
the
that's
entire
literally
reason.
the entire reason, can we just put
Yeah.
it in S? It's pretty
I don't think
crazy.
it's
Also-
S. Like I think that's actually a good enough reason where it's just not.
But
S.
it makes
Like,
the
just-
whole run easy up to the Aeon
Yeah,
Glass. So you just
but it's
build
not
around
like
the
it's
guy.
not good in Aeon Glass. I don't care about anything else. Like it's just like I just do not care. Like I'm playing the silent. I'm trying to design my deck to be Aeon Glass from like immediately. It's good
Yeah.
against Offensive Prism to be fair, but Silence honestly doesn't care about Offensive Prism. I'd say still usually A. Like it's usually great, but I will pick other things over it. Like if I need to prepare for Aeon Glass, like that's for me personally. If you guys think
What
it's
are you
S, I'm okay
thinking
with
of?
it being S, but
Other than the prism things.
I will straight up pick I'll pick a coffer over this, like actually on silent.
Oh,
Like I just
really?
want more
Wow.
options against Aeon Glass. Like
Hmm.
if I feel like my deck's good, like I have the powers that I need. I don't, or like I already have weak chain, like I have a leg sweep, which is like very often I already have the powers or a leg sweep. Like I don't need this thing. Like it's not that crazy. It's just perma weakness on turn 1, but it doesn't do that to Aeon Glass. Like it doesn't do the one thing that it needs to do against the one fight that I actually care about it doing that thing in. Like I can honestly be convinced if someone like is really trying to convince me to put this in B tier, I could maybe even be convinced to put it in B tier, but like I probably just put it in A. It is a broken card. It's just like it doesn't solve the only problem I'm actually trying to solve in silent because everything else is already solved. Like,
This
that's kind of the issue with it.
it does like invalidate the entirety of the run except for one fight.
Yeah.
That I feel like is how good
I
this
kind of
card
like
is.
validating the run.
I mean, the numbers on this card are just kind of too big.
Also, why is it
Yeah,
innate?
It's just innate. If it wasn't, if it-
What? Like,
It's-
that's
it's
so
so- it's-
silly.
it's just innate for no reason, which makes it like it's really funny and ironic because like it makes it so much better against the entire game, and then against Aeon Glass, it's just like, yep, I got artifact, nice innate, bro. Like clear 1 artifact. It does the same thing as neutralize. Like
Yeah.
it's really not that great against Aeon Glass because you have to reshuffle. Reshuffling against Aeon Glass is terrible. You don't want to reshuffle. You want it to be dead before you reshuffle. So it's actually just bad against Aeon Glass. Like it's like 17 damage, clear 1 artifact. Like it's mediocre as hell. Like I can't accept taking a boss relic that's that mid against the biggest challenge against silent. Like that's the only thing. If you build your deck to beat Aeon Glass, you will beat Aeon Glass like almost every time on silent. But a decision like this, like taking suppress over something else that could actually help you do it, is those types of decisions that will push you to losing to Aeon Glass. Yeah, I can't see NS, but if you guys like it that much, like it's fine. And it is a broken card. I do admit it's a broken card.
I would not go any lower than like very top of A, I think. I think it's S. I really do. I think it's better than Break, for sure.
I think it's better than Break, but I think it's like A. Probably not over like the Legion, like the broken stuff.
I think it's like as good as Break. That's my opinion. I think.
Maybe I'm just bad at Silent, but I actually do have to play the game when I play Silent, as opposed to
Damn.
just finding one enemy. And the card that makes me not play the game, kind of,
Yeah, the card does kind of make you not play the game until Eon Glass.
If it invalidates every other fight and you
don't
can
know.
spend your entire run only drafting to beat Anglass, like this lets you make so many.
It doesn't
different
invalidate the whole
decisions.
run though. Like that's not what it does. It gives you permanent weakness and it's like a big attack. Like it doesn't invalidate the entire game.
Invalidated,
It's
done.
good. But
The
it's not
numbers are
bad.
so
If you have a
big.
tracking, it invalidates the entire game. But like it's not like or a
Okay,
paper
exaggerating a
tracking or
little
something, but
But it does. I do have issues on Silent somewhat often, and this solves like so much until Eon Glass, which hopefully I will have dealt with by then. Maybe.
No, I think
that's-
it's
that's
pretty
all.
fair to put it next to Break.
This feels like top of A to me,
Not sure.
like at least,
Cool.
but I don't mind that much.
Unlike the next card, Meteor Shower. Can you introduce Meteor
Ah.
Shower?
Oh god, this is a card.
All right. All right, next
Now we're
card,
talking.
Meteor.
Now we're talking.
Now we're talking Meteor Shower, Regent version. The transforms Falling Star. Deal 14 damage to all enemies. Apply 2 weak to vulnerable to all enemies. Costing 2 stars. And upgrading to 21 damage.
So
Mind
It
blowing.
costs
So
0, by the way.
stupid.
Costing 0.
I think this is
Ugh.
top of S. Right now, like out of all the options I think it's better than Blood for sure, right? Like, this thing's
Yeah.
bonkers.
Yeah, this
It's
thing is dumb.
stupid.
it's like you're looping
I could say
payoff
that's number
and
one.
your debuffs and just what? Like it doesn't cost anything.
2 stars is cheating. It costs 2 stars. That's nothing.
Why is
Like,
the
that like,
upgrade
so cheap?
7 damage? Like, and then the enemy's vulnerable, so you play it again, and then it just does like 10 more damage for no reason. Like, what's going on?
There's 2 artifact from Aeon Glass, and also it's not innate, so it doesn't go by
Mhm.
by that. Also, you're playing Regent, so you don't really care about Aeon Glass. So it's just good in Aeon Glass. It's just a broken card. Like it's absolutely ludicrously strong throughout the entire run. Like, I mean, there's no debate about this, right? We're all in agreement. This is the
Yeah,
top of
this
that.
is disgusting.
Yeah, I think this is
Yeah.
the number one pick so far.
All right, let's move on. Necrobinder, Protector. 1 energy attack, so it transforms your Unleash. Osti deals 10 damage. Deals additional damage equal to Osti's max HP, so Unleash is current HP. Protector is max HP. And upgrading to 15 damage base and 0 cost. So energy upgrade. Pretty good upgrade.
I see a lot of people trash talking Protector. Like this thing sucks. Bottom tier. Like I think Papa, he put it in like the bottom tier, like with the like
Really?
worst possible relics, like next up Black Blood. I don't dislike it that much. I think it's like pretty decent in the Osti attack packages and like also in the summon packages, which is like 2 pretty common things that I build. It's hard to pick it over other options for Orobas for sure, but when it's good, it can like actually really solve your act too. So I don't see it being below D at least. I definitely don't see it. I don't think it's a brick. Is basically my point. Like I think it definitely has niche situations where it's really solid. But what do you guys think about it?
I think it's okay in niche.
I think it's okay and niche.
I was gonna say C, because I do think the energy upgrade is really strong on this character. It just gives you more energy to play your powers. But the other stuff is generally stronger. It really doesn't need the upgrade to feel good. And if you can bank Osti HP, you're probably already like doing okay. It solves like exactly one problem of like you can bank Osti HP, but you don't have any way to deal damage, which is sometimes real, but just feels kind of
It's very real.
middling.
Like in the situation where your Unleash is like not good, like the Unleash deck isn't good enough. Usually what happens is like your HP on the Osti goes down too low, but you have like a 30, 40 Osti. Like the HP is like a 10. So your Unleash doesn't actually deal very much damage. In that situation, Protector just solves it. I've had a decent amount of times where I've seen it like save runs against like a Knowledge Demon, for instance. Like your Osti is just getting beaten down by the Knowledge Demon every turn, but like this thing keeps going, and like your Osti doesn't die, but it just goes low. I could be argued up to C is what I think, but I think my initial reaction will be D. But I could definitely see it being C tier if I played a lot of runs of Necrobinder and got really familiar with the character. I could see it.
It feels stronger to me
Because-
than the stuff that's in the top of D. By a little bit. Not by a lot, but I think it's like maybe bottom of C, personally.
So maybe just top of D if that's what we're averaging.
Top
out.
of D or bottom of C, yeah. I would accept that.
I can see bottom of C. I don't know if this is like that much worse than like a sandcastle.
I do think it's niche though, is the thing.
It's pretty niche. I agree.
Yeah, it is niche. Like that, I do agree with that.
Okay.
It's not
In
generally good.
in some decks, it does not do anything.
It doesn't do anything. It's just
Fair.
a bad pick. So
Yeah.
I think top of D is very
Okay.
fair for it.
Sure.
And the final starter transform defect Quadcast. 1 energy skill and evoke a rightmost orb 4 times. So do cast is 2 times. This is 4 times. Upgrading to 0 cost. For me, this is essentially only for Dark Orb. If you do not have a Dark Orb, this is very suspicious.
I agree with
Yeah.
that. But we have have Shatter now. Like I don't know.
yeah,
Like
Shatter-
when you compare this thing to Shatter, you're like, what is this? Like, why isn't Shatter and this
Shatter
just
could just-
switched?
Yeah, Shatter could just be that card. I mean, okay,
Yeah.
this card in the regular card pool will be stupid, but like
Mhm.
Shatter is also stupid in the regular card pool. Like both cards will be overpowered in the regular card
Yeah.
pool, and like they both should be ancient cards. That's the level of power they are. I think Shatter's introduction has made this card a lot worse. Like not introduction, but the way it is now has made this card a lot worse. I think it's definitely D tier now. I feel like
I agree.
we all
It's
agree
very
on
niche.
I
Yeah.
still think
that.
it's very strong though when it's good. So it
Yeah,
feels
when it's
weird
good.
to say it's okay. Like if I have a Dark Orb, this is just the best thing ever. Well, okay, I have a Dark Orb and I have no Shatter, then it's the best thing ever.
Yeah, but
It feels
that's
weird
basically.
to say it's okay.
I think when we're like talking about the niche stuff, like if it's super niche, then it goes into
I
like
guess
the bottom
too
niche
niche.
tier.
I could see
It's
it.
like too niche. It's a very specific kind of situation. Like no Dark Orb, no
Yeah, I can see
Shatter,
that
or
for
you have Dark Orbs, you have Shatter, and also the other options aren't better.
And also you
You know,
need
that's
to
a-
like have
that's
your Dark Orb
the
do that much damage because sometimes you just don't. Sometimes you're able to just block and then you don't actually care
Yeah.
that you have this thing.
I guess there's also the thing where I just have no orb sometimes now. I just add every bulk up and play up one, then it doesn't do anything. So I guess that's also a thing that brings it down. Defect's so silly, dude. I don't know. It's you can,
I mean, I'm winning every defect run, and I don't think I've ever taken this. So, like, since I started never losing after the Aeon Glass patch, like,
I think I've taken it once.
see, this is the problem with defect. Like, I could talk about how the card matters for like specific fights, but it also just doesn't because I'm playing the defect, and defect doesn't care. So it's a bit of an issue. I think D tier is fair for this thing, though.
yeah,
Mhm.
sure.
All right, let's move on to the touch of Orobas. So this one transforms your starter relic. All right, first starter relic transform on Ironclad, Black Blood. At the end of combat, heal 12, so Burning Blood heal 6. This doubles it.
F tier.
F.
I
I've never
don't think
taken
I've ever taken this unless it's in a
Moving
speed
on.
run.
Moving on. Let's move on to the next relic, F tier. Absolute garbage. Useless trash.
Yeah.
Your other options are just gonna save more than this is saving. It's just
Yep.
so
That's just
gross.
it just doesn't make sense.
All right, next up, Ring of the Drake on the Silent. At the beginning of your first 3 turns, draw 2 additional cards. So Ring of the Snake is only turn 1. This is first 3 turns. So 4 more draws.
I don't love this thing. I think Silent often has an issue where you need more energy output, and this is not really giving it to you. Like
It draws my powers.
it
Yeah,
does, but
exactly.
I have to put them into play still. That's kind of the issue. So you're still gonna take chip getting set up. It feels like less impactful since you're kind of just trading like I don't know, compare it to Pael's Blood, right? That's a very like realistic comparison across the first 3
Yeah.
turns or whatever.
It can be better than
Mhm.
Pael's Blood. It often is better than Pael's Blood, is the thing. But Silent doesn't like Pael's Blood as much as the other
Exactly.
characters. Because like oftentimes this thing's just drawing into Wily Plans or Tools of the Trade. And then you put those in play and then you already have your Pael's Blood because it draws it into it faster, on turn 2 and 3.
On turn 1 it's not doing
you do get the
anything.
extra card draw on turn 1, but like yeah, oftentimes you have like enough powers in your hand on turn 1 to already to like because oftentimes Silent's like first few turns is just play 2 1-cost powers and then play a block card, play 2 1-cost powers, play a block card, and like scale up. And then just win the fight. That's at least what I'm doing all the time on the character. I couldn't put it above C, but I could see low C for sure. It's thoroughly mid. Like
Yeah,
it is
yeah.
super
very mid.
mediocre. But
I can't even see this in C. I haven't picked it yet. Like when it's against other Orobas relics, then they're just always better,
They're not
which is
always
why I
bad.
never picked it. Okay, I've so far not seen it be better than another Orobas relic.
I think I've
Like-
taken this over some garbage.
I feel like a bad imbue.
Yeah, bad imbue and like
I guess against Driftwood and Biiiig, that doesn't work. I would pick this, and I have the powers to play. But
yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that yet.
It's very specific, but in its bad case, it's like still fine. And in its good case, it's actually quite good. Like it's comparable to Pael's Blood in its good case. But yeah, it's still like you said, it's against other Orobas relics. So you could argue to D tier for this thing. That'd be totally fair. I think. But
It's like it
Low-
draws to
low
the
C.
powers, right? That I need energy to play. So I'd rather have the Miracle Plus. Like I don't know what it's called, the Luminous. Maybe that's wrong though. I'm not so confident
yes,
with that.
sometimes that's not true. Like that's the thing. Sometimes you actually don't want the Luminous over the Drake because like it's a deck building thing. Like sometimes just the extra draw on turn 2 and 3, just like you can think about how your deck functions, and you just realize that you don't have your backflips or your acros yet, and like you maybe only have a gamble or like and you need to accelerate into like 2 combo pieces, and the fight's over. In that situation, like the Luminous is just not as good as the Ring of the Drake.
Yeah.
But
I can
it
see
is
it.
somewhat specific.
Seems like a threshold. Like if I have too many powers, then I want the Luminous. But if I have less than that, then the Drake is better. Because
Yeah, if you're trying to draw into like one specific thing, like I need to play my Welly plans and the fight's over. Like this thing just does that.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I can see
does
it.
the thing.
That's probably a good shout, is if you have one core card that you really need.
Like a lot of silent decks just have to play a Welly plans and they win. Like that's very common. So
That thing does let you line up your slide stuff better. Also plays pretty well with bullet time.
That's a
Sly.
interesting. Yeah, I was gonna say, how often are you
Aeon Glass?
picking Sly stuff
Fly
now?
in the age of infested prism Aeon Glass. Yeah.
I like the
Okay.
damage one still. The 2 times
Oh,
5.
Rick.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like Rick a
I
lot
still
as
like
well.
Rick.
Ricochet.
I
was
mean,
my
Ricochet's
damage.
great. Yeah, Ricochet's
I took
really good.
entire dex damage last time I played Silent.
There's
It was,
so much strength in this
the
game.
Vigor Power and Rick, and I had nothing else really. And he just gamed.
Prep time is sick. I that power is so sick.
Yeah, that power is pretty sick.
There's a lot of just random, like, I get 1 strength, or I have like 1 strength on turn 3, or I have 1 strength on, like, there's just so much of that now in this game. All the multi-hit stuff and all the enchantments. I feel like Ricochet is just like one of the better ones. But most of the other slide stuff, I'm not really picking like untouched. What is it? I don't remember.
Untouchable.
Untouchable?
That's like
No.
the
Yeah,
block one, right?
no, it is right. Yeah.
That card sucks.
Yeah, I'm not picking that at all
when
anymore.
I see there's no Eon Glass. I see no Eon Glass. Okay, Untouchable. You may now enter your.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's actually it.
Like I'm playing Act 3 and I'm like, this card sucks. Or I'm playing Act 2 and then I go into Act 3, see Aeon Glass isn't there, and then I see it, I'm like, suddenly this card looks a lot better. Like, weird how that works. Suddenly this card looks so much better.
Yeah, it feels hard to pick Sly stuff now, for sure. So I think like lining up combo stuff on Silent doesn't happen as much. You're not as much of a combo character as she was before, but I feel like I'm just playing value pile more than anything now.
Mhm.
Yeah, but even in that situation, like the value pile often just needs to put Welly plans in play. Like
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
it's
true.
like- that's my feeling on it. So.
It's just not as.
I don't know. I think it's fine.
It's
an
okay.
accelerant.
It's
an
not
accelerant.
exciting.
And accelerants are very good on Silent. That's why Adrenaline is so good. It's like it accelerates you into that specific thing. This is like an Adrenaline sort of in your deck.
Yeah.
Roughly
yeah.
how good it is, I think.
All right, the Regent one at the Divine Destiny. At the start of each combat, getting 6 stars. So normally Divine Right you get 3, so you get 6. You get 3 more. For me, this is really bad. Unless you have like exactly decisions in your deck, you get to play decisions on turn 1. That's kind of cool. But I just feel like my Regent deck usually doesn't want this, like ever.
Yeah, Royal Gamble decisions comment, like those 3 cards
Yeah.
specifically. I don't think it can be the same tier as Black Blood though. Do you guys want
Yeah,
to
but
Yeah,
that?
it's not
Niche,
F.
okay.
Yeah, it's better, for
I
sure.
think it's just D.
I mean, there's
Just
like
like
a
low D.
specific niche this feels, right? It's when you have that very heavy star card in your deck that you need to play, and then blam.
Yeah, I
fuck
had
done.
a run recently with decisions, and Royal Gamble in my deck out of Act 1, and this was great. Like, I just drew decisions on turn 1. You can play it on turn 1. Oh my god, like it's actually such a big deal.
Yeah.
But that situation just doesn't come up all that often with I think how most people are playing Regent. So
I think I've
Maybe
had
just
this next to Shrymp, and I had the Royal Gamble in my deck, and I was like, well, I might as well just Shrimp the Gamble.
Yeah,
I
just
literally had
Like,
that
why?
as well.
Yeah, it's
Would you
way
like
better.
3 or 9 stars?
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah,
it comes up
is kinda
against
funny.
some
In the situation
stuff.
where this is in a situation where this is good, Shrimp will basically always
Yep.
be there.
Yeah,
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 wait,
it's
that's
like-
actually true.
Yeah, I'm shrimping my decisions. I'm shrimping my gamble.
Yeah.
It's fun.
All right, let's move on to Necrobinder. At the start of each combat, summon 5. At the start of each turn, summon 2. So turn 1, you get summon 7 compared to summon 1 with the normal starter relic. This is very good and kind of cringe.
I think this is insane.
Yeah.
So
It's
crazy.
Yeah, a lot of
I
output.
look at Legion, then I look at this, I'm like, the same picture.
Yep.
Legion kind of owns.
Legion's like a little bit better.
Yeah,
on
I think
Necrobinder.
Legion's
better, just because of the
better.
ball bugs of evil.
Yeah, true.
They're very
Like
evil.
this thing, it's not fast enough for Aeon Glass, and like you can actually use Legion to like block Aeon Glass, which is kind of crazy. This thing doesn't like do that. It's good though. It's definitely A tier. You could
What
argue
if
S
it's
tier.
S even? I could see it being an S or A.
I don't think it's
so good.
quite S.
It's not
Like-
Legion, I don't think.
If your run is bad, it's not necessarily bailing you out. Like if you're not able to keep the 2 HP or whatever, like it does just say block an extra thing per turn plus have some front load, and you know
That's
it's more
insane.
than just block, but like it's not quite as good as some of the other things that bailing you out. I don't think.
When is your Neko run bad though? Because you're barely below curve, you just can't keep Osti alive, and then this does that. It's that little boost, right?
I don't think it turns
Yeah, it's
into
good.
that much though. Like in those specific runs, like barely keeping Osteolab's not
It's like
necessarily
an
doing it.
Act 2 Psi type of thing. Like passive block on Necrobinder is broken. Like,
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, think how good Bodyguard upgrade is. Like that's like the best upgrade ever, and suddenly you got this. Like that tiny bit is just so big, right?
I think it's A tier. I just
Unless
don't
you're
think it's
really
quite
well.
as good as the stuff in S.
Yeah,
It's
sure.
really strong. It is
I
strong.
can see it.
Very strong relic. Alright, finally, Infused Core on defect. At the start of each combat, channel 3 lightning, and your lightning orbs do 1 more damage. So normally you just get 1 lightning orb. That's your starter relic. I don't think I've seen this after the buff.
I'm waiting for the day I get it with Tesla Coil. It's gonna pop off.
Oh yeah, true. You go Giga.
Tesla Coil is pretty cool now,
Or
though.
like
I don't care about Tesla Coil. This thing with Shatter is crazy.
Wow.
Holy Shatter.
Everything with Shatter is crazy because
Everything with
Shatter is
Shatter.
what the hell?
Yeah, Shatter exists though. I think before the patch, this thing's F tier. After the patch, D tier.
Yeah.
I think that's fair, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I think
I
that's
feel
Pretty
like there
niche.
should be an extra tier of ultra niche where this goes. This is so freaking niche. It's so rare.
That's just the bottom half of this
But
tier,
it's actually
isn't
good.
it?
I had a
Kinda.
situation recently where I transformed into Voltaic. I had Shatter in the deck.
holy.
And I picked this thing and it destroyed everything.
Yeah, so
like,
the
oh, I
most
also had
niche
like
thing
Yeah.
I also had like 4 uproars or whatever, and I would just uproar into Shatter every fight, and they just die immediately. It's just- it was good.
This is a really fun relic, at least.
Is this the most niche relic in the game? It's so niche.
No, surely it's
Very
not.
niche.
She eats
It's,
so many things.
it's close though. It's close. Generally, like I just don't want. I don't care that much about this. Like lightning orbs are unreliable and kind of weird in general, and I usually am just like pushing them out for frost orbs or a dark orb or something. So like getting 1 extra damage on my evoke, like whatever. You know, if I play Glacier on turn 1, like okay, I get a little bit of extra damage. You know, close to 20 or whatever. For a boss relic, it's not targeted damage.
This
Makes it a lot
is-
worse.
This is just the boss relic to make the build that's the worst on defect really good, which you're not going to do because it's the worst thing.
Yeah.
But if you did that, it would be insane.
Uh-huh.
No, I mean, even in the situation where you're not building for like the lightning stuff, this thing still does a lot of damage. Like, because it just gives you 3 orbs that deal 4 immediately, and then like your dual cast and your zap immediately deal some damage. Like you channel the orbs quickly. It's like a decent amount of damage. It's just a bunch of front loaded damage, which often isn't going to be better than other things, but it's not bad. Like quite in the way that it was bad before the patch. Because like if you have just like a random ball lightning in your deck, it's just like some extra. Like, it's like a strength almost. While also being front loaded damage. It's like a strength and an Akapeko at the same time.
It just falls off a
It's
cliff.
okay.
Like if you don't
Yeah, that's
actually
all,
have
but,
the
But
deck that's using
defect,
it.
there is no cliff on defect is the problem. Like the cliff
And I
isn't
hate this kind of
there.
defect.
There is no cliff.
Okay, whatever.
Maybe
Move on.
discussions like, oh,
Move on, move on, move on.
The cliff is fake. There's no cliff. It's imaginary.
All right, let's move on to Tez. Pull 1, first relic, Nutritious Soup. Upon pickup, enchant all strikes in your deck with TEZCATARA's Ember. So what it does is your strikes now cost 0 and are eternal, and they do 3 more damage.
This is pretty strong.
Disgusting, broken.
Yeah.
This
nonsense.
is even good on Necrobinder, the character
it's-
that doesn't
yeah.
want strikes.
It's really, really good on Necro and Silent, I think. Those are the ones that like
Still probably the best on
Necro.
class.
and defect.
Necro has like 1
too.
strike after Act 1. Like
That's true.
Okay,
if
if
you
you
have
remove all the
removes,
strike,
yeah, and you
yeah.
kind of want the removes. Okay, maybe not. But Silent, it's really crazy because Silent often just can't do damage while also setting up at the same time. And now that problem's solved.
so broken on Ironclad.
Yeah, this is
Oh
completely
my
broken on Ironclad.
God. Like, why is this guard or this relic on Ironclad? Insane. I don't know. Where do you guys think it should go?
At least
I
8.
would
At
put it
least top
S.
of
I think
A.
it's that good.
I don't think it's S, but
Yeah.
okay, it's S on Ironclad, but
If you've removed or transformed or something, it's a lot worse, right? So
cool.
This is basically like removes damage and energy in one relic, right? Like you pick less damage because of this, because it's so stupid. It's your damage now, and it
I
cheats
think it's S
energy.
tier. I don't know.
think
It's
it
either
is
top of A or S tier.
I could see
It's
it.
probably S tier. It's S tier.
Yeah, I
I
could
can
see it. It feels a little weird to be putting it in S, like just a tiny, but I wouldn't. I don't
We're,
hate
just,
it.
we're comparing it to other Act 2 relics. Like if we have the Act 3 relics in this pool, I don't think it's
Yeah,
quite S.
yeah,
But I
for
think like
sure.
low S is perfectly reasonable for the Act 2 relic.
It's not unreasonable at all. Off of first glance, I'm just like, is it really? But like thinking through it, I'm like, maybe it is.
Very strong.
Yeah, it's very strong.
Yeah, it's
But like,
insane.
if your run's bad, this makes the run good. If your run's
Yes.
good, you just pick all your draw cards, and it's even better.
Yeah.
Converts
Yeah,
draw
it's
to
so good.
damage.
It's
Really cool.
so good.
Also, opens up the Giga Lighter.
True.
I've never had that. I'm
Oh,
I've
you
had
had
it.
it one time.
I've had it.
That is
That's what I meant.
nasty.
It's so broken. It's nonsense. Like all for one on defect with this thing. Also, like oh my
Oh
god.
yeah, all for one and the other thing.
Feral.
Feral.
Feral's whatever. But like all for one crazy. Like
Yeah.
All for one is crazy now, though. It actually just is, like in general.
Mhm.
with this thing, it's even. Like I was like I had like 2 all for ones in my deck with this thing one time, and I don't know. Maybe I duped my deck too. I don't know. I was just like obliterating everything.
Like 8 soup strikes come back, and then you just.
Yeah. I had this on with Dredge. One time it just dredge 3 strikes and the enemy just die.
It's just like really good with strength too. Like if you have like the
Yeah.
sword, like the Jade sword from Act 1 or something, like the payoff's gonna be massive because it's 0 cost attacks you just play every time you draw them. It's a tremendous amount of damage, like while also giving you energy, like and deck building control. It's insane. Like the buff
Mhm.
wasn't even necessary on this thing. Like it was already okay, I think, pre-patch, and then like
Yeah.
after the buff, it's just like out of this world.
It was probably like
Insane,
C
though.
tier before, right? Before
Yeah,
buff.
probably around C
Yeah,
or D.
probably.
Yeah.
I think before it's just Clad Silent. I kind of liked it on Clad Silent before the patch. I thought it was quite good.
Yeah, me
and the
too.
other characters
On
sucked,
Clad,
and now
yeah.
it's like
Mhm,
you
yeah.
win.
Mhm.
Okay.
Now it's just like good on every character and broken on Ironclad and Silent. So that's kind of
Yep.
the situation.
All right, next up, this is pull 1. The second pull 1 relic, very hot cocoa. Start each combat with additional 4 energy. So basically 4 lanterns.
There's a couple of really big high rolls with this. Ice cream is the big one.
Mhm.
There's also bread.
Ice
I
cream
think
bread,
those are
yep.
the 2 main ones. Or you have like a bag of prep, and
You're
gonna be
the
able to-
silent.
Yeah,
You are
you're the
silent.
you're
yeah.
the silent. Yeah, if you know that you're gonna be able to draw into something that you can spend the energy on, it's really really strong. Also makes Vaku better in Act 3.
Oh yeah.
He just has more energy, so he can never miss. But I like it. I don't
So
think
it's
it's the
really
most
cool,
broken
like,
thing ever, though.
I had a run recently where I had 2 Dredge pluses in my deck. and like no draw on turn 1, just 2 dredge pluses. And like I took the Coco and it was just performing every turn 1. I drew a dredge because I would just play my whole hand and then dredge my whole hand back and then play it all again. And it was just like really, really solid in that kind of situation. It has like a lot of niche play cases like this, outside of just the obvious like Bag of Prep or especially the Necrobinder one called the Big Hat.
Big Hat, yeah.
Big Hat. The Big Hat's insane with this thing. Like it's a huge high roll, obviously. And then the Regent, the Orange Doe, very good with this. Anything that gives you more cards on turn 1. And then the more X cost you have, the more like big energy payoffs you have, the better it gets. It's like fun to deck build around it. I think it's probably the worst out of pool 1 for TEZCATARA though. Is that true? Like compared to Yummy
The other
Cookie
one's Yummy
and,
Cookie.
I think so, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's the most likely to be bad. If it's good, it's really good, but it's the most likely to be bad. But I still think even in its bad case, and this is really the problem with TEZCATARA right now, I think, with Soup being as good as it is, this relic, I think we're like gonna probably put it in C tier. It's just like good.
B or C,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, somewhere there.
Yeah,
B
in
makes
that
more
range.
sense to me.
It feels like it
and
is niche,
Yummy Cookies
though.
Yummy Cookies in a similar range, right? Like like where they're always just like fine. So you can never brick Tez. Like that's the situation right now. Is like Tez is not like you can't brick it. Because like Soup used to be a potential brick on some characters. Now that doesn't happen anymore. Soup is always at least good. So everything's just at least good, right? That's kind of a weird balance issue that Tez has, like where the option 1's just always at least making your run stronger in some way.
I feel like even if you do not have any synergies for very hot cocoa, it's still like fine.
Yeah, it's still like just okay. It's like a big lantern.
Yeah.
Doesn't like strong niche make more sense? Because it's like really, really good when it's strong in its niche, and otherwise just okay.
I want to vote for
see a
B.
bottom
I don't know,
of
that
B.
kind of makes sense.
I think bottom of B feels right to
Just
me.
based on the descriptions we have.
It also feels like I want this over Sandcastle most of the time. Like if we were to directly compare those.
Maybe, yeah.
I also think it does get buffed a little bit by just being like sometimes like if you just look at Tez's relics, Tez's like pools matter more than any other characters. Like if we're gonna get into it, like the Toasty Mittens are the most likely to be a brick in pool 2, which we'll talk about later, and then pool 3 has a lot of potential bricks. So like hot cocoa is just a fallback all the time. Like if you get the bad option 3 and then you actually roll the Toasty Mittens, like your fallback often is a toasty or a very hot cocoa. And it doesn't feel that bad in that situation. But that is the worst case scenario for Tez. And I think that does make the relic feel a little bit stronger just because like it's like a fallback in the brick situation for Tez.
All right, the final option 1 for Tez, Yummy Cookie. Upon pickup, upgrade 4 cards. So you get to choose your upgrades.
Just usually great, or what? That sounds like the definition of usually great.
It's usually just
Yeah.
really powerful.
Usually just
Love some upgrades.
Yeah,
I think I'll
love
put
me
it
some upgrades.
low A or high B. I don't think it'd be high A. Like it's
No, I think it's
like
low. Yeah,
that good.
I think it's low A, yeah.
Low A. Yeah.
it's not niche though, so I don't think you can put it in B because it's just
Yeah,
always
it is
good.
just
when you see it.
solid.
But it's not like, oh my god, so great.
Even if like one of your upgrades is going on like a defend or something, it's like fine. Like that's still good. Even if like you can,
great card.
yeah, even if you can only make use of like 2 or 3 of them and they're strong, just that, like whatever, you know.
I
That's
think
still really good.
99% you get all 4 upgrades though.
Yeah, most of the time. Just like if you have like luxury upgrades, like the ones that are just like 3+ damage or +3 block, like those don't usually feel that great. Those are not what you're picking this for. You're picking this for like your energy upgrades and your stuff that's like big damage upgrades or big block upgrades or whatever. But yeah, just generically powerful, I think.
I mean, 4 upgrades targeted, it's like 4 campfires basically. That's a lot of value.
Yeah.
I wonder what the most boring relic in the game is. This is up there for me, I think.
It's up there.
Yeah.
It's pretty boring. Moving on to pool 2 on Tez. First up, Biiig Hug. Upon pickup, remove 4 cards from your deck. Whenever shuffle your draw pile, add a Soot into your draw pile, so Soot just a unplayable status.
I'm up on this so much since release. Like,
I think this thing is broken as hell. Unless you have a pretty specific deck that cannot take it.
yeah.
Kind of depends on character, right?
It's pretty
defect
character
is
dependent, yeah.
disgusting.
Oh,
fucking
defect
defect.
lore.
What is that?
Also,
What
like
is that?
Clad too really loves this. Like,
Region love this.
yeah, there's a lot.
Defect.
Clad doesn't care about removes.
Some region?
but like Clad really likes it, but like Regent really likes it a lot of the time with Tyranny.
Mhm.
But Silent's just like kind of grossed out by this thing. So like I don't think you
I
can
don't
really
know.
put it in S
It's
tier.
not gross,
yeah.
but Silent usually has to play fights longer, which is when you don't really want this,
Yeah.
and doesn't have a way to deal with the
Yeah,
statuses.
Silent doesn't like it nearly as much as the other
Yeah.
characters in that feel. So,
Necro just
I
often
don't
like
on
S tier-
Necro
S tier
that
doesn't
much
feel-
either.
it doesn't like Necro doesn't like drawing the strikes in first cycle, and then once you play your powers, you probably win. Let me draw my powers, and then I'm good. Or I
Yeah.
like
Well,
Necro actually has
no, Necro
combos,
often-
right?
Necro often-
on Necro.
No, I hate this thing on Necro. Necro often plays like these big looping decks, like where you like
Yeah.
looping, like capture spirit
Yeah,
and stuff, and this thing's
yeah.
so bad in those decks.
I'm not really doing the capture spirit thing very much, but maybe that's just a me thing.
I mean, even without it though, it's just, Necro decks will just shuffle a bunch of times. I mean, my
Yeah, they
Necro deck's
shuffle
always
a lot.
shuffling a million times,
They shuffle.
and then it's just kind of
If
terrible.
you have exactly like the huge power
I
pile
think-
decks, then I think it's better. But if you have these loop decks at all, then it's not that great.
I think I put it low A or high B just because of how mid it is on Necro and Silent. But God, this thing is
I don't-
broken on defect. Like
how do you even
actually
rank
S
that?
tier, S plus tier on defect. Like,
It's probably top of B. Like just
Like, this is S tier on 3 characters and F tier on 2 characters. For me, so how do you rank that?
it's just B, right? It just makes it niche. I think that's like a perfect placement
Sure.
for it. Like
Yeah, sure.
top of
the
B.
niche that you're playing those characters.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the niches are playing the 3 characters.
yeah, it's very just so character dependent. It's like maybe the most
Mm.
character dependent boss relic in the game. Like, is it?
You're probably right.
Maybe.
Probably, yeah.
Considering it's like S and F.
It's
depending
very
on who you're playing.
polarized.
Kind of-
Yeah.
Very very polarized.
Yeah.
Unlike this next relic.
Unlike
pretty
the
polarized
next
as well.
relic.
Ugh.
Alright, Storybook.
Yeah, naturally.
Ugh.
Upon pickup, add the Brightest Flame into your deck. And Brightest Flame, 0 cost card, gain 2 energy, draw 2 cards, lose 1 max HP. Upgrading to gain 3 energy, draw 3 cards.
Best card in the game.
That's card in the game.
By a lot, I think. Really disgusting.
I think when I have this relic, my average damage taken throughout the whole run spikes because I spend the whole run not playing it, and then I take 0 damage in the boss fights. But throughout every other fight, I'm bleeding like crazy because I can't lose 1 max. I will die.
Yeah,
Eon Glass
it's
does
a-
make it slightly sussier than it used to be, like instant
Yeah,
win.
I think pre Aeon Glasses was the strongest Act 2 boss relic. I think, aside from the DARV stuff, maybe. I think there's like one DARV thing that's stronger than this, and I think Meteor Shower is stronger than this. I think. How do you guys feel about that?
Yeah, I think with Eon
I
Glass,
can
I
see
can't
it.
put this above Meteor.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pre-Aeon
Eon, like the
Glass are
problem
number
with this with the Eon Glass is that oftentimes you don't like reshuffle into the brightest flame. Like again, like I said earlier, reshuffling is so bad against Aeon Glass. You want to like kill it in the first deck cycle. You don't want to reshuffle. So like you only get to play this thing once, and it like accelerates you towards a reshuffle. So it's like kind of like a
Yeah.
Aeon Glass, and that's
It's still great. though,
oftentimes
even
one of the
then.
bigger problems. It's still good. It's still actually pretty good in Aeon Glass. Like it's not like it's bad or anything, but it is a bit worse.
Any boss fight where
They
you're
are,
okay with playing it multiple times, it's just gonna be really strong though. Like, and you can pull it back.
There are certain
too.
characters that can fetch it back from the
Yeah.
discard.
Hologram on this is like what? Okay, maybe we should
Also
stop
why
talking
you-
about defects because it just gets so stupid on
And
defect.
every
right.
relic's like, defect's really good with this. Whoa,
Yeah.
who could have seen that one?
But how do you guys feel about second highest, like below Meteor Shower? Or do you think it should
I
be below?
agree.
That's reasonable. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's reasonable. I feel a little weird because I feel like it generically is kind of better than Meteor Shower, but
I do
I'm not
sometimes
like
pick stuff over it,
super
though.
opposed.
Yeah,
A
I do
Meteor
pick
Shower
Soup over
card.
it. Like I will pick
I do-
Soup over this thing. I will pick.
Yeah, I
Soup
picked
over it.
many soups over it.
100%. I'll pick Soup over it a lot of times actually. Probably still stronger by a little bit, but I think I picked Soup over it. And then like Meteor Shower,
Probably,
I'm
like-
also just gonna like pick over it on region. That feels like convincing a lot of the time. That card. is
Nothing's
broken.
picked over. Nothing's picked over Meteorite except for the fun ones. But you're trying to have fun. You're not saying it's better. I think Meteor Shower is literally just picked over everything, basically. Unless you got a really strange transform in Act 1 with a million debuffs, and you also have the stars to play it. I guess maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know how that
I
exists.
think this is fair. Everyone knows this card's broken. Like I think even like I don't think
Yeah.
I've ever seen anyone say like, "Oh, Storybook's kind of mediocre." Like everyone.
I thought it was terrible when I started.
Well, before I played with it, you know, and having Spire 1 context of like I walk into Act 4 and I get hit for my whole health bar on turn 1 and I need HP, but this game doesn't have that. So even in that case, maybe it's fine, but maybe Act 4 will
It
change
would
it.
still be going Spiral.
It still
would
would,
be
yeah, it
Spiral.
still would be,
Yep.
but it's
It would
pretty
be good.
freaking broken. It is
Alright, the
definitely.
final-
It doesn't exhaust.
It doesn't exhaust. You know?
It's definitely one of the cards though that gets
Even if
better
it
with
exhausts,
player
it's
skill
okay.
though. Like maybe newer players don't feel like this is as broken because they're either scared to play it or play it too much or something. Like you do need to like know when to play it and when not to.
All right. Toasty Mittens. At the start of your turn, exhaust the top card of your draw pile and gain 1 strength. This is also in option 2. F tier. I don't think we need to talk too
Disgusting.
much.
Yeah.
This thing
I think this
sucks.
used to be D until Tez stopped bricking ever, and now you just never
Yeah.
picked it.
Like there were situations where you'd be like, okay, I can justify clicking on silent, or I can justify clicking on clad sometimes. Now it's just like not justifiable ever. Like
Yep.
it's just not.
It's
a
just the
thing, 'cause
worst thing
option 3
ever.
will just like, because like before you could maybe have like a top option that's like kind of whatever. How does that even happen? Like you could have like the cookie, or it's like kind of whatever, and their bottom options like the candle. But now it's like that doesn't even happen because candle's good. Like it just like isn't. There isn't like a situation for it. It's just terrible. Exhausting the top card of your deck is just. It's so bad.
Yeah, just bad.
I've never picked it. This is the only boss relic in the
is
game
a
I have
thing,
never
though.
picked. I have never
Yeah.
ever picked this thing, and I never will. And they're gonna buff
Yep.
it. It's gonna be broken, and then I'm gonna pick it.
Guess the buff.
Two
Two
strength?
strength.
2 strength would be pretty significant.
It would be good. I think.
It would be good.
Like Brimstone. It would be like Brimstone.
If it
type
was
thing.
twice as good as it currently is, it would be better. Yeah.
Wow.
I
Wow,
see.
really?
I mean, the developers, they love doubling stuff.
True.
They do.
All right, let's move on to option 3 on Tez. First up, we got Golden Compass. Upon pickup, replace the active map with a single special path. The special path is exactly the same every single run. It has 2 chests, and the events in the special path, it's like you have Juzu bracelet. They can never roll. They can never roll a combat, and you're guaranteed 2 elites at the end before they're after a shop, so you can buy some stuff in the shop to prepare for the 2 elites.
This feels pretty mid to me. I don't know if Nave's changed his take on this, like, from the initial Golden Compass revolution. This just feels like a C tier to me. If the Act 2 map is really scary, it can bail you out, which is nice. But most of the time, I'm just like, I saw it up against something really
Dude,
disgusting.
I don't want to pick the stuff into Eon Glass.
Yeah.
Like, I have this, I know power, I fight Eon Glass, I die.
Like I think D would be like, you could argue me to D. I put this in F tier right now.
Really?
I think
Me too.
in current patch of the game.
I'll put it in F tier
I-
too.
Like
So too.
my opinion
I
of
don't
this
feel
relic
bad
is
then.
sort of or like of all of the we're gonna be talking about like all of the option 3 Tez relics.
Yeah.
But only one of them I think doesn't belong in F tier. And that's because like the problem with these relics is that your top option is always at least Coco. Like it's always at least Coco. So if these options are worse than Coco, which they always are, basically in every situation,
Yeah.
like I could see maybe some situation where Compass is better than Coco, maybe in like a very specific kind of spot, but super specific. And in every other situation, like the relic's just bad.
I will mention there is a minor synergy with the Act 1 Spoils map quest. If you take Spoils map into Golden Compass, you still get your 600 gold and you're guaranteed a shop before elites.
Yeah, like I could maybe see bumping this up to bottom of D, and then like the other 2 option 3 relics and F, just because like that situation, like you just said, it does exist. Like if you have Spoils map, this thing can play. Like if you're taking over a bad Coco, but it has to be like a bad Coco. It has to be like a bad
Be a
Coco.
bad soup
Mittens
on Necro.
bad Coco or soup on Necro and Mittens, and then like you also have Spoils map. Like it's so specific. Like it's the most omega niche like option,
Yeah.
just because of the situation. But you could justify D tier, I guess.
I would say bottom
You
of
wanna pick.
D. I think it's not so.
I mean,
It's not actively negative. And like you compare it
I've
to this
never
like
picked
Toasty
this since the Young
Mittens,
God
like,
came out.
gross.
Yeah, since Aeon Glass came out, it just feels unpickable. Like just straight
Yeah.
up
I think
unpickable.
if there exists one scenario where it could be picked, then I guess it's D, and there does exist a scenario.
And then as
Whereas
soon as
other
Act 4
FT relics
launches,
that we just never picked.
Way
as
worse.
soon as
once-
Act 4 launches,
yeah.
this thing's bottom, like
Yeah.
instantly F tier, unpickable. Like, it's not strong enough. You just don't get enough power from it. You're gonna
I
speculate
will
on Coco
say-
over this every time.
I will say this seems like very good in multiplayer because only one of you need to pick it. For those of you who plays multiplayer at home.
Goat speedrunning relic.
Yeah. I wish the special path have special events. That will make this pretty cool. I don't know how you will balance them, but that's a thought to change this relic.
The pool would have to be pretty big, right? Otherwise, you get bored pretty fast. It would always
Yeah.
be exactly the same Act 2.
Or you could have just one special event node. That could be a thing. And that event's just like always positive or something.
All right, next up on the garbage pile, Seal of Gold. At the start of your turn, spend 5 gold to gain energy. If you're not able to spend the gold, you do not gain the energy, so this relic can just turn off.
I did have a run where I was insanely strong front-loaded like cards, and I just killed every fight in 1 or 2 turns. And I also had like, I think the fish or something, like some way of generating gold. And it was really good in that run, but that's like 1 out of like 500 runs or something. It like never really goes in.
So you had a run where every relic was winning, and you picked this one so that you could say you picked this relic.
It did like do work in endgame. Like it does give you output, like extra energy, right? For the long fights, if you are really good in the hallways and you end every fight immediately except for the boss fights and you need output in those fights, then it's like specifically exactly there that it's like playable. I'm never gonna argue this is anything better than D tier, but like it's probably like bottom of D, top of F.
How do you build a deck that destroys everything instantly but needs this?
What if you just have like 3 backstabs? I don't remember. I think I had like Bag of Marvels and like some like innate card that was really strong. I'd have to go back and look, but I do remember it. I know Blur loves this thing. I wish he was he was here to defend it, but it's
Oh
pretty
my
bad.
god, that seems so garbage, dude.
It's so bad.
Gold is just too important. in this
Just get it
game.
out of my face. Like, stop even talking about it. Like, it makes me want to throw up. Just even thinking about losing 5 gold every turn. Like, what are we doing? F tier, garbage, unplayable, trash.
Okay.
Like, it's so bad though. It's actually so bad. A lot of people will defend this relic, and that might be like a controversial thing because some people like they do the math on it and they think they're like figuring something out. They're like, guys, look at the math. The mathematics proves it's good. No, 5 gold per 5 gold per turn is just bad. Like it's too much money to lose. It's an ectoplasm, but worse. Like, if you just do the, I think when people do the math on it, they don't realize that comparing it directly to ectoplasm, they don't realize that ectoplasm has a starting amount of gold that you have when you click the ectoplasm, and you get to keep that gold. This eats into that goal. It's so bad. The only thing that makes it better than ectoplasm is if you get like an alt coin or you have spoils map. Those 2 situations are the only situations where it's better than ectoplasm, and I don't like either ectoplasm or this relic like at all. Like I think it's just so bad. Also, ectoplasm, you can go down to 5 gold. You can spend all your gold at a shop and be fine with that. You can literally go down to 0 if you have perfect gold to spend on something. This relic, you do that, you die. It's like you can't even spend gold because you'll die. Like it's so bad. Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
It robs
When
all your
Act
gold,
4
then
comes
kicks you when
out-
you're down.
When Act 4 comes
Yeah,
out, it just gets even worse.
Yeah, Act 4 is gonna make it so unpickable. Oh my god, it's so bad.
This is actually so evil, though. It's like, I'm dying. I need to go to a safe node to get stronger. What is that node? Yeah, you don't have that node. You can't spend money at the shop. What are you doing? You just die.
You can't spend money or you die because you have no money. Like it's just terrible.
I guess you're praying for the 999 gold bailout. The government bailout, you know.
I did have a
run
really
the money.
I did have a really
No
funny
one was
situation where,
here.
like, I walked into an event node. I got Wongo with this thing.
Oh
Yeah.
god.
Oh god.
But the 200 gold option gave me old coin. I was like, I'm game and I'm so smart. But that's another thing. You can get your forced gold removed. Like you walk into the Act 2 event that's like the spider. Like you're
Oh,
trying to
yeah.
avoid fights. You're trying to avoid fights. And then you walk into the Act 2 event and it's a spider and it's like, hey, pay 125 gold and die, or take 2 enlightenments and die. And it's like, this relic is so bad. Like it's so terrible. Anyway,
Dying's bad, I guess, the conclusion.
Dying is bad. Alright. Next up on the garbage pile, the toy box. Upon pickup, obtain 4 wax relics. Every 3 combats, your leftmost wax relic will melt away. Any relic that has an upon pickup effect, like a potion belt, after they melt away, the potion slots will remain. And you get to choose the order you pick up those relics, so you can pick up like the worst relics first, so they melt away faster.
Ew. This is glorified skip.
F.
Yeah.
F2.
F2.
And everything's F when
Disgusting.
pool 1 exists. It's kind of
I
sad.
mean, okay, this thing was
Except Pumpkin.
somewhat considerable when Aeon Glass didn't exist. And now Act
Mm.
3 is actually hard because Aeon Glass exists. Unpickable. Like, you just cannot afford to have, like, this burnout effect. Like, it's just not... You can't afford to have no relic from root bonus, like, by the time you reach Aeon Glass. Like, that fight is actually difficult enough to force you to never pick this. It's never picked.
It's like so good when you know what relics you're going to get. It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I knew I was going to get a Pocket Watch from it. Like,
And he
maybe I
dodged
would think
every
about it.
fight for the rest of the run.
It's always 4 on pickup relics. It's the best relic ever. So good.
I actually got Potion Belt and Pair from this one time.
This guy's goaded.
Streamer
That's
client.
pretty good.
It's worse than Seal of Gold, right? Surely.
Is it?
I
Yeah,
think
maybe.
it is. I think
Maybe,
it is.
yeah. I would
It
say.
actually just doesn't do anything.
No. Seal
Yeah,
of Gold
true.
is terrible. Because Seal of Gold makes you sad, and when you're sad, you play worse. And if you play worse, the fight drags on, and you lose more gold, which makes you sadder. This is like the most insane.
It's like an endless
Actually,
loop.
it's like,
Open is just like
really-
spiraling down the drain the whole time.
That's why I've never picked it. I don't want to be depressed.
All right. The final relic in pool 3. We are out of the garbage pile finally. Pumpkin Candle. Gain energy at the start of each turn. Extinguishes after 5 combats. Can be kindled at rest sites. You can kindle it above 5. So you can go to like 10 charges.
Free energy. Disgusting.
A tier?
Okay.
I think it's
Yeah.
kind of great.
Pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably A
It-
tier.
It's
seems
about as
fair.
free as it
I could
gets.
see... No. I think honestly, I could see S for this. It's like high A or S, I think.
I think it's very good.
Maybe high A. Like, there are situations where, like, if the map
Mhm.
is dicey,
Yeah.
Like, usually
Yeah.
gray is, I think, fair enough for it. You usually only have
Yeah.
to kindle 3 times, and then every other fire you get to do whatever you want. Like, it's you just path to a double fire. Like, you have like one spot of the run where you're like fire, chest, fire, and that like section gets your kindles for the rest of the run, basically.
Mhm.
So you just go there, and then like you have free energy forever. Broken. Like, a very, very good relic.
It's kind of funny how this relic is more free than some of the Act 3 energy relics.
By
Even
a
though
lot.
Act 3 is supposed to have stronger relics, but they're not stronger than this.
Yeah, it's stronger
they-
than all the Act 3 energy relics, right?
Yeah.
The Nani one and the Vacu ones.
There's only one good energy relic in Act 3, right? And that one doesn't even give you energy. It's the scarf.
Oh, the
Yeah.
Scarf. Yeah.
All the other
Brilliant
ones I kind of
scarf.
don't like that much.
I mean, obviously, if you get 10 with Pumpkin, it's like, oh my god.
That's insane. I mean, 10 with a lot of
Yeah.
things is insane, but
Yeah, but I mean,
But-
10 by itself is kind of insane.
I think these relics are the most important ones. DARV is like a little
Mhm.
less important and like a little more like we can talk about it generically for like both acts.
Yeah. Let's speed run
Let's-
Darv.
Because the way the relic pool works for DARV is that like the top 2 relics will always be like from I don't know exactly how it works, but like it's from a selection of like the P-Box Pyramid, Astrolabe, Black Star, Calling Bell pool. And then like the bottom relic can be the book or it can be one of the energies. But like if it's the energy, then one of the like the middle relic can't be the energy. Like you're never gonna see 2 energy relics, I don't think. Like
Yep.
that's not
You cannot
possible.
see 2 energy relics.
The
And
way
there's also some like limitation of when you can see Ecto and Sozu. Like you can't see Ecto and Sozu in Act 3 or something.
it feels like this basically never bricks though. I've had like exactly like 1 or 2 where I get like Calling Bell plus like a few things, but like even
You have to get like Snecko, like bad Snecko.
yeah,
and
you'd have to get like the
something else.
really bad stuff. And most of the time, like even like the stuff that was bad in Spire 1, like the cage or whatever, that's just like good in this game. Like it feels like cage in this game is like quite strong sometimes. So I don't know.
I
It's
put
not
Cajun okay, probably.
Cage is
We're gonna be
fine.
fast.
Yeah, all right, let's speed run. So Astrolabe, pump pickup, transform 2 cards, and upgrade them.
3.
3 cards.
But
I think usually great's fine for this.
Yeah, I think usually
Upgraded
great.
cards are
Maybe
kinda
when
good.
things sad.
Yeah, it's just like always a very solid pick if you don't have
Mhm.
other options. Like the thing about DARV that makes it like where you rank these kind of like where it doesn't matter as much is because like you're just looking for very specific things, like
Yeah.
P-Box Pyramid.
T-box
and
emit.
yeah,
specific-
can we throw that
some
nest
specific
here
book
now?
relics.
Like we don't need to talk about
Let's
that,
just
right?
put this here. let's
mid.
put this
Yeah,
here.
a mid
Yeah.
P-box. Wow, nothing has changed. Get rid of all
Those
your
are the best.
basics.
Actually,
what?
I don't think those are the best. I think we're gonna talk about the best one.
Oh, I know which one you're gonna
Number
say.
one
I know
is
which one you're gonna
the-
say. Yeah,
Bro,
yeah.
that-
Yeah.
That thing is not okay.
Black Star. I think Black Star is good in this game. I think B tier.
I think it's pretty
Me
great
too.
as well. Yeah.
I think it's really good.
You always
I
get
could see
2
an
good
A.
relics.
I could see
I
it in
agree.
A. I really could see Black Star.
Yeah, I
I
think
think
it's A
with
as
That's the
well.
Prism changed. maybe it's a bit closer to B. Like some runs could actually struggle against Infested Prism, but
B seems fair because some runs you cannot use it.
relics are so good in
Also,
this game. They're so good.
I mean, you
I
can
think
get
A
the end of
is
Act
good enough.
3. You can get the Black Star Act 3. It's a little worse.
Yeah, this
Well,
is
we're talking about Act
specifically
two.
just Act
This
2.
is the Act 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Oh,
for
it's
ranking
Act
Act 2, I could see this in A for sure.
Okay, sure.
Like, it's just
I
really
think
solid.
I think
Relics
Black
are
Star is
so good in this
strong.
game.
Yeah, probably next to Lane.
Calling Bell is like a way worse Black Star, but
Yeah.
it's still fine. Relics are so good in this game. Like, there's no way it's not B, right?
I don't like
at
it
least
that
B.
much.
Maybe
I don't
C.
like it, but it's like
It's more like C
fine.
to me.
It's like top of C, I think.
Like high C.
Maybe.
I see, sure.
I'm pretty sad when I see
Opposite
the
would
Bell.
be. It's it
Ace
is
was a big
generically
upgrade.
good though. It's not really
Mhm.
niche. It's just like kind of fine.
Empty Cage. Remove 2 cards.
Usually great. I don't know.
I don't think it's
Kinda weird.
quite A. I think it's like B tiers
No.
somewhere. Maybe
It's like
top
kind of
C.
bad on Clad.
Yeah.
Like not really anything on Silent. Like it's really solid on Necrobinder, but like Necrobinder is probably seeing something a little bit better than that. Maybe something a little bit better. So I think I put it. I think I put it in C. I think I put it in C.
Okay,
Yeah,
sure.
sure.
Next to Calling Bell. Snecko.
Usually great. Oh, strong niche, I guess.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
guess it's
strong.
kind of niche.
That's like the definition of strong.
This one
Yeah,
is
it's like-
harder, I
it's like
think,
usually-
to evaluate, but
It's so strong when it's strong though. kind
when
of.
it
Yeah,
is
it's
strong,
so
it's
strong when it's
really
strong.
good.
And you don't have to pick it when it's bad. Like you just,
Yeah, it's gonna be up
the
against
way Dark
something
works,
good.
You can't brick. Like you
Yeah.
can't brick. So that it, like a relic being niche is just good. Like that's the thing about
Yeah.
Dark that makes it so awkward. Like the way it's designed.
All right.
And that's why all these energy relics
Ectoplasm.
can just go in F tier. Like when I
Okay.
haven't picked any of these.
Yeah, I have not picked
Any
any
of
of
them.
I picked
these.
all of them
Philo
are big.
one time. That's the only
I've
time
never
I get
picked
it.
any of
Yeah,
them
this is
because you don't
gross.
have to. There's never a situation where you're forced to pick these. So you just
No.
pick one of the other ones. The
These
design is just so weird. Like
to recap for people that didn't play Spire 1, the reason why you had to pick these things in Spire 1 is because Act 2 will kill you. And in this game, it doesn't feel like I walk into 2 floors of Act 2 and I die if I don't have energy. Like, I'm not in such dire straits that I have to pick these to bail me out and then suffer through the downside late game. Like, I'd rather just not have this like late game downside when I'm trying to deal with Aeon Glass. And that's like the number one thing I'm
Yeah.
thinking about. So all these like lose your gold, lose your potion, that's unplayable. +1 strength enemy also like kind of terrible. Choker, sometimes free energy. I think on Necro I've had this be free energy if I have like no souls or something, but I think Choker can be
We
situational.
cannot get
okay.
you cannot get Philo Choker in Act 2.
yeah, that's actually.
Oh,
that's
this
the
is not.
thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, I didn't even
what?
know
I didn't know
that.
there was a restriction.
Yeah.
The first 2 are for Act 2 only, and then.
Oh, so you. Oh, yeah, you
for
can't get
Act 3
Ectos as you in Act 3. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess we don't have to talk about it then.
What the books do is they just add a card into your deck, and for each character, it's a different one. For Ironclad, it's Corruption Plus. So it's a 2 energy power. Skills cost 0 whenever you play skill. Exhausted. So basically, just a Giga energy card. Every skill in your deck is free.
I think it's pretty great.
Yeah.
I think I put this in S.
I think it's very strong.
Yeah,
I
if
think
you
it's
see it
like
in Act 2,
SC
like
win.
this
Yeah,
is
in
in
Act 2.
Yeah,
You-
we're seeing this in Act 2. Like
Yeah.
this is broken, right? Like in
Yeah.
Act
You can
2,
build
like,
around it.
like, we get to design our entire deck around the corruption from Act 2 onwards. Like in Act 3, it can be a little bit more awkward, but in Act 2, like there's just no way this is.
I can see it from Act 2, sure.
I will say that
Crazy.
if you are doing a looping sort of deck and you need to play like bloodletting or whatever, then it's worse. So it like
Just don't loop. Just
yeah,
skills.
but the whole point I was getting to is that you often don't do that anymore. Like you don't really need to. You just have a dominate. You have a billion strength. And just kill
The
enemy.
main, the only actual issue with corruption is you're going to see pyramid next to it.
yeah.
It's the only actual issue.
Yeah, it's really really
Also,
strong.
very funny with Ashen Strike.
Very funny with a
Loop
lot
is
of
still
cards.
the best thing in Clad fight. Like that's still my main goal if I can to do the loop thing on Clad. It's just so strong. I shrink down into loop.
Corruption just wins though. Like it just.
Corruption just wins, though, yeah.
Yeah.
There's fights where you can just not play corruption too.
Yeah.
Like that's fine. It's the same as Spire 1. Like some fights you just
there are
don't
no
play
fights
corruption.
I will ever Inspire 2. If I'm picking corruption, I'm playing corruption on site every fight. Like there's no way.
Most of the
There's
time,
no way
yeah.
I'm not taking. I'm just playing corruption every single time.
You're probably able to just find a way to
But
scale with having corruption, and corruption is just going to giga accelerate you to do the thing.
Wraith Form recost power on the silent. Gain 3 intangible. At the start of your turn, lose 1 dexterity.
I haven't even
It's-
picked this.
I don't
I
know.
yet.
haven't picked this yet either.
I picked it. It's been okay, but you have to break the other DARV options to be picking Wraith Form.
It sounds
I don't
strong
know.
though.
It's a good card.
F tier.
Also, it's cringe. Yeah.
It's cringe.
Hatred.
It's
Hatred.
it's weird. Like this game doesn't really have the if you literally don't draw something this turn, you're gonna die effect. Like I don't walk into Spear and Shield and die if I like don't draw this. Like that just doesn't exist in this game as much. So it's less needed. I wouldn't say it's less strong, but it doesn't feel as impactful as it did in Spire 1. And you're obviously giving up like something really broken to get it.
Yeah, you're giving up a boss relic.
Yeah. It feels like B or C.
Probably C.
You guys are insane. This thing's like so stupid.
Sounds really strong to me. And I
It's
watched
so
people
stupid. It's like
play it.
obviously A tier. Like, this is broken ass. It's just-
Okay, but
it's a
like
Wraith Form
you're seeing it up
become
against like some
invincible for 3
crazy
turns, like-
nonsense. Like,
Yeah, but not always. Like sometimes it's like Black Star, you know, like Astrolabe or whatever.
yeah,
Wraith Form's just better than
Yeah.
those things a lot of the time.
but I don't know.
Of course, we're assuming like you could put corruption lower if we're gonna say like, oh, if you see P-Box and Mid, like P-Box and Mid are just always better.
I
than
think
that.
corruption's
They
just stronger
probably
than this
are.
though. I think Silent also
Corruption's
plays
stronger than Wraith
longer.
Form.
Silent plays longer fights in this game, and I feel like it's
Not
I think you can argue
anymore.
B.
But
I'd be okay with B, but there's no way this thing's C tier. Like, it's probably A tier.
I think
really, but
I would
B's fine.
be okay with B. I'm fine with that.
Okay, sure.
From watching people play with this, it always looks at least A tier. It looks so
It's
looks so
stupid.
crazy. I watched
it's
Pael play
it's
with
probably
it and
A
he played
tier,
it.
but like it doesn't deserve A tier. You know, let's just leave it. At B. It deserves it.
Okay, yeah.
Nave just wants to insult it.
Gross.
I think I've gotten Wraith Form like one time ever, but I won pretty easily. So, all right, the Regent one, Seal the Throne. When you play a card gain star, it's a 0 energy 3-star cost card. It used to be innate, and it's no longer innate.
Has anyone had this after the
Yeah,
nerf?
I haven't played with this since it's.
I
No,
played
yeah,
with this
it's better.
one time since the nerf.
I remember watching
Yeah,
that.
I saw
stream.
this guy top deck it though, so
It bottom decked like every fight.
Yeah.
And my deck had like 17 cards in it, and I was very upset the whole time.
It looks bad. It
looks
looks
bad.
bad.
It was not
Yeah.
very good, I think.
When it's
like,
not
bad enough
innate,
where I could maybe justify F tier. Like I
Let's
don't
pick
like.
it.
Is there a
I think it's
situation where
okay
you're ever
innate.
gonna pick this? Like I can't think. Maybe it's still not F tier, but like
I think
just can't
I
think of a
think
situation
okay
where you
niche
pick
is
it.
reasonable. Because if your deck has a
Yeah, sure.
ton of star cards for some unknown reason and you transform, then it does kind of save you there. It's just that you brick the first 2 turns every fight until you play it.
notably, this is the
But then
only
it's okay.
power that costs stars, so it has to get in the deck. You need to click all the powers. So they don't compete with
just
each other.
sounds wrong. It still does something.
Yeah, probably D tier. Probably D tier.
yeah, sure.
It could be higher than that. Like it could be like where Tooth is or something.
My
Is
one
it-
impression with it was not good.
Is it better than the Regent thing? Like the 6 stars on turn 1? I don't think it is.
I
It's
think
probably
it's
around
think
the
it
same
is.
actually. It's probably comparable actually.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
It's a bit deck dependent, right? It depends on how when
Yeah,
you
it
need
can be
this.
so broken like if you have like the exact right deck for it, right? Like,
I mean, I had the
It has
exact deck. and
has
it
a
was bad.
has a way higher cap. Has the way higher cap than this thing does.
When I top decked it, I took 0 damage to fight. And when I bottom decked it, I just got destroyed. I go reflect. I can't play reflect. What am I doing?
Yeah.
Excellent.
All right. This freaking thing. Forbidden Grimoire on the Necrobinder, 1 cost power. At the end of combat, you may remove a card from your deck, eternal, so you cannot remove itself.
I think
All right,
this
let me
is
just
the only
put this
thing.
here, and we can move on.
I think it's better than Pyramid. Out of Act
Yeah,
2?
No, I think it's better than Pyramid.
I think this is the number one thing in the game.
Yeah.
Instantly run winning.
Why do you need to retain your
Wait,
hand when you
I
draw the
only
exact
retain-
hand you want every single turn? Like what? I only have 5 cards
you-
in my deck. What's the problem?
Would you like to remove 20 cards?
I also
Even better if you
watched
have-
one really cringe guy do the cringe thing. I don't know who that guy was, Nave Gree, sorry, what? But you can do the thing.
It's even
Ah,
better
the
if you have
thing.
Call of the Void in your deck. Now you see, it
Oh.
wasn't that cringe when I did it because I had an upgrade pot. And if you have an upgrade pot, it's not that bad
Wow.
because you can upgrade pot the transfigure. You can upgrade pot it so it
Yeah.
doesn't exhaust. That
Doesn't
makes
exhaust,
it,
yeah.
that makes it so much better. I wouldn't have done it probably if I didn't have the upgrade potion. So yeah, insane card, ridiculous.
Can we remove that from the
Instantly
game, by the
running.
way?
Curate the exact deck that you want, like make the exact deck perfectly. Like you can just think of the deck and just build that deck. It's beautiful almost in a disgusting way.
Absolute abomination of a card, though.
Yeah.
Please remove this. Please remove the transfigure like interaction too. What the hell? It's so stupid.
Finally, Bias Cog from Defect. It comes upgraded, so gain 5 focus. At the start of your turn, lose 1 focus for 1 energy. I picked it a couple times, and usually it's pretty good. Just a great card.
I picked it once and I played it and the enemy died, and this was every fight for the entire run. So it was pretty
Mhm.
nice. One time I
That's
had
pretty
it.
nice.
It's good. It's good. I could see S, but maybe A's better. I don't know.
I
Put
don't have
up
no
RV a lot.
experience, but it's either S or A.
My
Yeah,
vibes say
at-
A, but I don't care that much either way. It could be either.
The top of A. Like,
It's like a
Defect's
bit
good
deck
op.
dependent. If your deck is just Frost, which it could be, then it's
Yeah.
not very good, right?
yeah.
But like if your deck actually has like damage orbs in it, then it's obviously insane. And glass orbs
Mm.
exist in this game, so there's like more situations where like it's insane. If you have like a spinner in your deck, this thing will just kill everything. Like,
Yeah, this
Five
thing's
focus is
crazy with
so much
glass
focus.
orbs.
yeah. Right? Is that it? That's all of the.
That's everything.
That's all for Act 2.
How did we yap
For-
3.5 hours? What happened?
Holy crap.
You're
This is
surprised every
definitely gonna
time,
be-
and it's not a shock to me at all.
I'll get used to it at some point. It just
Mhm.
shocks me every time, dude.
definitely
Wait,
gonna be a
okay,
two-parter.
before we end, everyone pick a favorite relic from this list.
Ooh.
Gem.
Prism. You don't get to pick.
Okay, we
my
cannot
favorite
pick the
relic.
same one. We cannot pick the same one.
Yeah, I already got it.
I said gem first.
What?
I said gem first. I'm taking that. Or sea glass, I guess. I don't know. I mean, those two are my top 2.
Shrymp is pretty fun. I like Shrymp.
I don't
What?
love sea glass. It's like
I'm gonna pick Biiig Hug. I like saying the name. Biiig Hug, you know? It's very big.
Legion gives you a little pet. That's kind of cute.
Legion's cool too.
A little pet.
Or P-Box, I guess. I still love P-Box. Even though
Yeah,
it's-
gambling is fun. Astrolabe and P-Box are fun.
Tail's Wing is pretty fun.
Oh yeah, true. Relics.
There's a lot of fun relics.
I like
There's a lot of
Pael's
really
Tooth.
cringe
Pael's Tooth
ones.
is great. I love Pael's Tooth.
Mm.
Yeah, like when I look at the relic, all these, I'm like, and you're asking me what my favorite is. I'm like, ew. There's
Yeah,
a lot
I
of
was
ones I'm just like
saying
not super into. A lot of very kind of generic
so many
ones.
like boring, and others are like, oh my god, this is so fun. I'm in the best run of my life.
Yeah.
I think it's worth noting
Good
that
list though.
we're gonna split this up into 2 parts. So we'll do the Act 3 Ancients next time, and
Yeah,
then from
I
there
gotta
we'll
go to
figure
bed.
out what to do. Yeah, it's getting late. So thank you guys for
I
watching.
need lunch 2.5 hours ago. I'm hungry.
Opum thought we were gonna be done in 20 minutes. He was like, "Oh, we'll just do this real quick, like no biggie."
I thought it was like
He has
2
not
hours.
learned his lesson.
I thouk it was like 2 hours
you
for both acts. That sounded reasonable to me, but yeah, like, close. Thank you for watching. Everyone flame Jason. Yeah, that's about it.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.